Hello, my Marimomies, and for anyone who might be new here, hello. My name is Ashkariel. I am the fallen angel of FSP's third generation Lamentus. Why, yes, it did hurt when I fell from heaven, but perhaps you can heal this broken heart. Hello. Good morning, everyone. How are you? Have we recovered from the death of Carlisle? Have we recovered from my son? My son! It's okay. He's with me now. It's fine. He's all right. He's fine. Absolutely not. No. Poor Carlisle's story was great though. It was good. I'm very proud of Carlisle, and we'll talk about District V a little later. Right? I saw art that made me so heartbroken. Hang on, I have to see it again. Because I was like, man, like I was starting to feel better about it, and then yeah, this is it. It was yeah, Zeal made this art of like Carlisle like trying to swim out of the like Carlisle trying to swim out of the airplane, like out of the plane as it's going down, and then like as he's swimming, he just kind of like you see him start to fade away, and then he becomes a little Marimomi. He becomes a little moss ball, right? And then it's just a welcome home, Carlisle, and I'm like, yeah, he's right here, you know, like he's a Marimomi now, you know. He always was, but now he's just a moss ball now. Yeah, so I was like, aw, that's so heartbreaking. Zeal, I love the art. It's so good. It hit me like right in the feels. I was like, damn, that's so sad. Now he's a literal Marimomi. Yeah, now he is literally a Marimomi. But I've been telling you all that I know things that you don't know. You know? I know stuff that you do not know. I know a lot of things you don't know. And I was finally given the all clear to reveal a little bit to you. A little sneaky secret. Alright. I am excited for you all to see it because I love it. It's not nobody's guessed it correctly. Right? What in Britannia's name are you hiding, sneaky angel? What? Hiding? I don't know about hiding. Nobody's guessed it correctly. Mind you, I think it's because everyone's guesses were a little intense, right? It's an original song! I was like, I have been around not that long, homie. Yeah, everybody guessing, yeah, like, all these, like, big ideas, and I was like, I don't know about all that, right? I was like, that's a little intense, right? No, it's not a drama CD, it's not voice acting, it's not any of that. You think I would reveal such a thing to you? You're so sweet and cute when you think that you deserve such a thing from me. No, not my Marimomis. My Marimomis, I have to ease you into these things, you know? I have to ease you in to things. I can't just throw you into the deep end. My Marimomis are so cute. So sweet. In fact, my Marimomis are so cute. Why don't I show you how cute you are? With the official first look at the Marimomi design. The official Marimomi design. Look how fucking cute you are. Behold! You're so goddamn cute! Yes, the official Marimomi design is here. Oh my god. Oh my me. Oh my me. You're so fucking cute. And you got little flowers for butts. It's you. That's you. Coco, thank you for the 1 month, by the way. Thank you for being with your god for a whole month. Aren't you fucking cute? Look at you. Aren't you so cute? Oh my goodness, but that's not all. That's not all. Bam! Expression examples. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. That middle one, or the top left one is Marimomi's right now. Look. Look. Aren't you guys so cute? Look. Oh my me. Look. So cute. You got little hands? You got little hands now? You got little legs so you can kneel now. Cute, Ash. We're adorable. Aren't you adorable? You're so right, Matt. I'm so proud of my Marimomis being so cute. You got little heads and legs. You got little heads and legs. So cute. The second one is cute. You guys are adorable. But yeah, now you have an official design. I will tweet this as well so that you guys have that. And I do have to give a very big thank you to Hey Kozue-san for the lovely artwork. Kozue-san, thank you so much. Kozue-san, thank you so much. It's so good. Everyone say thank you. Everyone shout thank you. Let them know that you appreciate it, because oh my me, it's so good. Look at you. Look how cute. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. So cute. So cute. Hang on, I'm going to shrink these down here. Yeah, let's shrink these down. We'll put them over here for now. Sorry everyone. Sorry everybody on the table, but we got to shrink you guys down so that we can have you guys on screen there. But yeah, there we go. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Nita, thank you so much for the lovely offering for your new god. Mark the calendars, the 3rd of March is Marimomi Day. It is in fact Marimomi Day. It looks like a Digimon. I like to think so. I even made the Digimon joke. I was like, it looks like a Digimon. It's so cute. You guys know I love Digimon. Hey Digimon, hey Digimon. Monster friends to the boys and girls. Hey Digimon, hey Digimon. Champions of the digital world. I love that. I need plushies, keychains of the little Marimomi. The Marimomi is so fucking cute. I love the Marimomis so much. I think they're so damn adorable. Like, it's so cute. So cute. The cutest moss balls of them all. I love them so much. Look at my adorable little Marimomis. I want to toss y'all. I'm sorry. The cuteness aggression. Marimomis give cute aggression big time. They're just so damn cute. Like, look how damn cute they are. You know? We have a form. Our arms are so cute. The little arms popping out, like, are so cute. I imagine, like, you don't use them all the time. It's kind of like Hoot Hoot from Pokemon, where it's like, you don't use these all the time. This is just, like, on occasion, arms pop out just to remind everybody that you got arms. How big is it in relation to you? It's a Marimo-sized. Marimo-sized. Like, the size of Marimo is to you. The little butt, I know. The flower butt took me out. Like, it's so funny. I love it so much. It's so cute. It's so damn cute. I love how cute it is. It's so cute. I can't stop looking at it. Does that mean our toots are floral scented? I suppose. I don't know. Maybe. You're the Marimomis. You can decide that. But the flower butt is so funny. Like, the flower butt is so funny. But yeah, you're just little guys. You're just little guys, you know? Well, and we see the first, like, in the lore video, you can see, like, the first of what would become the Marimomis, right? That little Marimo that I pick up and give a little bit of my grace to, you know? Like, you see, like, its little eyes open. And if you look close, like, that's a little Marimomi, you know? Shells, thank you so much for the lovely offering for your new god. Imagine a Marimomi plush. Take my money at this point. I would love a Marimomi plush. I think that would be so cute. And thank you for your offering, Shells. Thank you. You're so sweet. And Death, thank you for the offering as well. For art purposes, what is the extent of customization? Hey, if you want to make a Marimomi Sona, you know, you do you, you know? You do you. In my mind, at least, like, official stuff, Marimomis will always look like this, right? But if you wanna go unique with it, you go unique with it, you know? But, like, the official, quote unquote, the official design will always, like, Marimomis always look like this to me, you know? I mean this in such a positive way. It looks very throwable. I imagine they make like a little like I'm trying to imagine the sound like you know, like little, I'm trying to imagine like a little like little squeaker sounds, you know, like like a little like tiny like the baby villagers in Minecraft, you know? Like little cute sounds. Small noise, yeah, just small noises. If they toss, they're really making if they make those noises, they're really getting tossed. Yeah, I think I like to imagine little noises, little. Yeah, because Marimo can't really communicate like that, right? Marimo are moss balls, so Marimomis, as it would stand, don't have mouths, so they communicate with little sounds. You know, they communicate with little sounds, and they're so expressive. Like, look how expressive, you know. So Marimomis, they communicate with their expressions. Would you throw them into a blender? I'd throw the Marimomis into a blender. No, I would not throw the Marimomis into a blender. That's too intense. But they are so cute, and I do want to squish them. So how well can we fly? Well, those of you with wings already know that when you join the Marimomi flight training, I give you a little bit more of my grace, a little more than usual, and you grow wings. And it takes you a little bit. I have to train you how to fly. It's not something that comes naturally to Marimomis. But, yeah, Marimomis do eventually grow wings and learn how to fly, though their god has to assist them. Yeah. Meep. Yeah, they make little meep sounds. Meep. 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 Why don't our wings match yours? Because mine are singed from the descent into hell. Yours are still beautiful, you know? Bo, thank you for the lovely offering. Think about how we have our own Think about how we have our own birth flower for our Sona. You can do whatever you want with your own Sona. You know? You can do you can go nuts with it, you know? And thank you for the offering, Bo. Thank you for the offering as well, Demon. Oh, we could wear little hats to be unique. If you want, you can do whatever you want, you know? I appreciate your patronage. Thank you, Demon. But yeah, it's your, like, this is the official design. I love it so much. I love how cute it is. It is so friggin' cute. I can't stop looking at it. We're gonna fly into your halo like a basketball. Now, first of all, Zeal, thank you so much for the lovely offering to your new god. However, I will say be careful of the spikes. Be careful of spikes. I mean, you guys are made of moss, so it's not like, you know, it's gonna hurt or anything. But, like, be careful. Even if you did get stabbed by the spike, you're fine. You're literally moss, you know? You're like a Marimo. So, you know, you're fine. You're all good. Marimomi basketball with Ash's halo. He didn't say no, I'm gonna do it. Yeah, you guys go nuts. You guys go crazy. I'm so glad you guys like it. I'm so glad. I love how damn cute it is. I can't stop looking at it. It's so damn cute. Like, it's so friggin' cute. I can't stop looking at them. Minsu, thank you for the lovely offering. I love them so much, I could put them into the microwave. The cuteness aggression is going crazy right now. And Snowtaku, thank you as well for the lovely offering. Holding up the little Marimomi. Like, look. I love it. Why are you so cute? Because I'm everything all at once. I am many things all at the same time. Not the least of which is being the most adorable. The expressions are cute. I love how expressive they are. Like, they're so... My favorite is the angry one. Because this is... Hang on, I'm gonna make it big again. I love the angry one. It's so friggin' cute. The little angry... It's so friggin' like... Me. It's so dang cute. This little flower is our tail. It's your butt. You have a... It's your flower butt. You know? I guess it's a tail. But it makes me laugh to think of a flower butt. So yeah, flower butt. Do we get glasses like the one you're wearing, or is that too much? You can do whatever you want with your own Sona. Like, I'm not going to tell you what to do with your own Sona. Oh. Is that Colostrefe? Is that Colostrefe? Is that my good boy? Kaylin, look how cute! Kaylin, look at the Marimomis. Behold the Marimomis. Behold them. Witness them. Colostrefe. Witness. Do you see? Kaylin, look at their flower butt. Behold their flower butt. Hang on one second. They have a flower butthole. Kawaii des for sure. For real. No, they are very kawaii des. It's true. What does this mean if we're the oldest Lamumu? That we're the oldest Lamumu? Eh? What do you mean? Are y'all the oldest? I mean, technically, I guess so. Because I would have known the Marimomis for quite some time. So you're already technically the oldest of the Mumus, you know. You fart petals. You guys do fart petals. You fart flower petals. It's true. Behold. You guys are the older sibling? Yeah. You guys are the elder. The elder Lamumus. Which is, of course, as we know, Kalen's favorite way to call lament lights. Lamb lights. That's yeah, that's his favorite. You hate me. You hate me. Oh, don't start. The poor Marimomi has mistletoe butt run away before Christmas season. It's true. It's so sad. You gotta fly away. Fly away now. Fly away now. Fly away. And poop butterflies. It's true. Petal fart cannon? Okay, enough. All right, well, okay. This calls for a party Hawaiian pizza. Absolutely not. That's the last thing that this calls for. Absolutely not. But yeah, I can't wait to see all the cute artwork with Marimomi. You know, with little Marimomis in it. I hope you guys super love the Marimomis. I think they're so cute. I love them so much. So I'm so glad I finally get to share the design with you. I love them. And again, thank you to the lovely Hey Kozoe-san. Thank you so much for the lovely rendering of the Marimomi. Love it. Love it so. Thank you. I want to eat the Marimomi. I understand. They're very cute. Again, like, hang on, let me grab this one because I haven't like made this one big in a minute. Like, look at them. Look how cute. Look, don't you just want to be like, oh, you little shits. They're just so cute. They're just so cute. They're so cute. I love them. I just love how cute they are. They're so dang cute. Are you gonna make them into emotes? Maybe. Can you do the toggle where the Marimomis are in your lap yet? Not on the screen, no. We can transition though. But yeah, I'm speechless. The cuteness. They're so friggin' cute. They are so cute. I can't get over how cute they are. They're so cute. I love it. The second bottom one is us when Carlisle got in the plane. Yeah, 100%. Like, that's not a good idea. Like watching Carlisle get on the plane, like, I don't know about that, homie. It's, yeah, there's the Marimomis are so cute. I think if we kneel, it just looks like we're round because our little leggies are so stubby. That is funny. Yeah, just little stubby leggies. Little stubby leggies. It's so cute. I love them. I love them so much. I've been sitting on this knowledge. I've been sitting on great knowledge for so long, and this is just a little piece of the great knowledge of which I have. And I was so excited. You know, so excited when I was told, like, hey, like, you can show them now. I was like, oh my god! I'm so excited to turn that normal Halo into a Halo with planets. Go nuts. Yeah. Kneel and you literally just become spheres. Exactly. You become spheres. The angry Momi is so cute. I love Angie Momi. Angie Momi is adorable. Angie Momi. This is whenever I tell Marimomis that I can't sing. They get the angry Momi. Little Angie. Yeah, they get the little Chris, thanks for joining the Marimomi flight training, or rejoining. And Ghoul Boys, thank you so much for the 3 months. Holy cow, this is so exciting. They are so cute. They are so cute. They are adorable little guys. They are adorable little guys. Thank you for the 3 months. And Blue Bat Vera, thank you so much for the lovely offering. The design is so cute. I'll tape them to my wall. You'll tape them to your wall? Wouldn't that mean taping yourself to the wall? Are you going to tape yourselves to the walls? I mean, that's you. That's what you look like. Every time you guys are in, you know, every time you guys are typing in chat, I just imagine like a little Marimomi sitting in front of a big keyboard and just like tapping at the keys to type, you know? We'll take turns. Valid. I need that for a drawing. We hop from one key to the other, like... like just typing from key... Jumping from key to key. Yeah. I just realized we have a flower on our butt. Yes, we have been making the flower butt joke. Since I first showed them, yeah, we've been making the flower butt joke. Because they got little flower butts. Little flower butts. Does our flower butt work like a propeller in the water? I think it's just a flower, but if you want to go full Tails from Sonic in the water, you go nuts. We roll across the keyboard. When we roll across the keyboard, we key smash random words. Exactly, you're just like just that's the key smash, you know. But yeah, I'm so glad that everyone's like, yay, this is cute. You know, like I'm so glad. Yeah, I'm so glad. We're like a little pom-pom of cuteness. You are a little pom-pom of cuteness. How small are we? You are the size of Marimo. You are Marimo sized. Not everyone can be Big Momi, you know. Hang on. Let's hop over there actually. Where is Big Momi? Oh, nope, that's the wrong screen. Hang on. Let's hop over there. Where is Big Momi? There's Big Momi. Not everyone can be Big Momi sized, you know? Yeah, Big Momi is very big. Big Momi is very big. Big Momi has eyebrows? I don't think so. Big Momi, I don't think you have eyebrows. Hmm? Eyebrows? I don't think so. Big Momi, Big Momi. Yeah, Big Momi. Big Momi's so cute. The only Marimomi to have a mouth. Yeah, Big Momi formed a mouth over time. Big Momi still doesn't talk, though. Just has a mouth. Anyway. Sorry, I was reading something. Does that mean only Big Momi can bite you? I imagine that the Marimomis attempt to bite me, but it's really just like they kind of like move the moss around themselves, you know? Did I miss the announcement? Hold on, let me switch back over. Announcement. Oh my goodness. The announcement. is that there's the official Marimomi design. Oh my goodness. Whoa. He's so cute. Look how cute. So cute. Ah, get out of here, big mommy. You get out of here. Big Momi's usually not able to be on the screen, so with the Marimomi design on screen, he's able to be here. Since we got wings, we can be flying. Yeah, instead of biting, Marimomi just kind of like fly. Marimomis just fly into me. They just punk. And I'm like, stop. 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 Like that's what I'm at. Just pink. Stop. 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 So yeah, little tiny headbutts. We fly and roll into you from squealing so loud. Exactly. I love how you're saying stop in the Millie accent. Stop. Stop. Cease. Stop. 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 That's how they fly. Millie, it's how they fly. Yes. Do you have a cold? Because you might be a little tired. I didn't sleep well. And it is also not even noon yet. I usually don't wake up until noon. Until high noon. But I appreciate the concern, though, Debbie. But yeah, it's just I didn't sleep well, and it is not when I usually wake up. High noon. Every time in Critical Role, whenever somebody asks what time it is, I know Matt is like, stop it. You know, because everybody's wanting him to say it, you know. I won't say exactly, but the sun is high in the sky. It's full sunlight. It's high noon. It's full sunlight. Let the Marimomi take care of you. I will allow this. Just a sea of Marimomi. Just a moss pile. Yeah. Waking up at noon. I love the days when I do get to wake up at noon. That's when I usually like to wake up. There was a campaign, someone said high moon. It's high moon. I love Critical Role so much. I haven't seen the newest episode yet. I am an episode behind. But yeah, I am keeping up with Critical Role. Is it Thursday yet? You know? But yeah, no, the new campaign's been really good. What I like about the new campaign is that they're doing seemingly every couple episodes, they're doing like a recap, right? Which I really like. So, you know, if you're behind, like the official Critical Role like channel is doing recaps. And then there is I forget her name. There's one specific like YouTuber who does like Critical Role recaps that are really good for each episode, and they just catch you up to speed. If you fall behind, you can use the Critical Role like either the official recap or no, not Danny Carr. Danny does like the actually I don't even know if Danny is doing that this season, because Danny used to do Danny used to do the like Critical Role recap thing. Hang on, let me look up. And let me look this. Let me look this up. Hang on. Critical Role recap. They're Lubofin on YouTube. They do like Critical Role recap stuff. And yeah, it's really good. Really, 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 really good. They do a really good job. But yeah. Go, Dozo. Go forth. Go forth and watch the Critical Role recap so that you may catch up, so that you know of what I am talking about when I make dumb, nerdy references. Go forth. Dozo. But yeah, anyway. Main point. The main point is that we now have our adorable little Marimomi design. I am excited. There is, here's, like, if you guys want to make your own Marimomi Sona, this is the jumping off point, you know? I cannot wait to see more from Marimomi stuff, you know, like with the little design you have here. I'm very much a fan. It has little feet. It has little feet. Little legs. It has little legs and adorable little stick arms. It's so cute. I'm obsessed. It's so cute. It is so cute. But yeah, I love it so much. I am so cute. We've been blessed with legs. Our God is so kind to us. You did grow legs. When I gave you a little bit of my grace, you developed legs and eyes and little halos, you know? I'm so proud. I'm so proud. You know? And I've been telling you guys for a while now that I have many secrets that I am sitting on, you know? And this is finally one that I get to share, you know? I've been sitting on so many secrets, and it's nice to finally get to be like, here you go. Here's one of them, you know? Hi, I'm late, but oh my god, it's so cute. It's so cute. No, it's so cute. I can't stop looking at it. It's so cute. So cute. Also, Angel, do not worry about it. Hang on, let me. Yeah, that is not going too far. You are the goat for telling Marimomis the average size of a Marimomi. Do not. Yeah, that is more. Yeah, do not. Angel, you are good. I don't feel like typing right now, so I'm just gonna say it on here. I can't stay for long. Love y'all. Aylin, look how cute, Aylin. Look how cute. Aren't they so cute? I'm so happy. They're so cute. But yeah, that's the big surprise. Are you guys excited? I saw so many people being like worried, like, what is it? And I'm like, what do you mean, what is it? You know, like, everyone's like, what is he gonna say? And I'm like, what? Like, I'm graduating. Like, what did you expect? like, I was just gonna come on stream and be like, yeah, the special announcement is I'm leaving forever. Goodbye. Like, come on now. That please. You know, I was gonna really scare the shit out of you guys and decided against it. I was just gonna put like question mark, and then just important announcement. I was going to scare the shit out of you. But then I was like, no, because like I don't want to freak them out because that's mean. Right? Like, but I did have the thought of like, oh, I could put the fear of Ashkariel into them. I could scare the high hell out of them. But no, I didn't want to do that. Because this was a fun announcement, you know? That's mean, good, sick and twisted. Sick and twisted. Yeah. It's not, I didn't want to do that, especially after the Carlisle thing. I was like, that's too mean. I don't want to do that. Pull a Vanta where every Zatsu is titled, I have something to say. Yeah, something important to say. That's because Vanta's a silly goose. A silly goose. You should have committed to the bit, break my heart. No. I did think about it, though. I was like, this could be funny. I could do this. But instead, no. I was like, surely not. Surely not. You know? Black screen and all. I could have. I totally could have. You know? We'd all turn into angry Momi after the reveal. I mean, that's valid. we should trust. You should trust and believe, you know? Listen. Always trust me. I am wise. Also, you know what? Hang on. I'm going to tweet out the official design as well. Hang on. Yeah, there we go. So the official tweet is also up. You guys can see it there. There we go. Yeah, that way you guys can have it, you know. Sir, we have trauma. Not my trauma. No. Oh. No, Frieza. No, not my trauma. Every time somebody mentions trauma, I think of that one. There's this one video from Lythero where it's like all these Frieza or all these Vegetas, and Ginyu's like, there's only one way to deal with Vegetas. And then it's Frieza like, hello, and then, oh no, not Frieza. No, not my trauma. Right? I'm like, damn. Frieza absolutely did give Vegeta trauma. That is unfortunate. Bro, I'd be so mad if I named my kitten after this community and you left sick and twisted. I mean, raw. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Anyway, goodbye. I'm leaving forever. Goodbye. No. I am not leaving forever. That would be horrible, though. No, I am not leaving forever. I am leaving never. Never. You guys are stuck with me forever. Forever and ever. I'm not going anywhere forever. Forever. You're stuck with me forever. Everybody throw tomatoes. Boo! Tomatoes, boo! I can't believe I have to make a farewell fan video for your first before your first birthday. I know, isn't that so sad? I can't believe it's already Jover. It's never been more Jover. Why did I schedule so much time? That is insane. I just looking at the calendar, I'm like, what? What was I thinking? That's insane. This design is so cute. Thank you, Nayu senpai. Thank you. I love it so much. Nayu, look how cute they are. Hang on, wait. Let me zoom in. Nayu, look. Oh wait. Hang on. No, it. There we go. Look. Look how cute. They're so cute. Look. So cute. So cute. Okay, back to where you were. Very adorable. Thank you. I love them. My adorable little Murray Momies. We have a flower butt, Nayu. They do. Nayu, they have a flower butt. They have a flower butt now. Isn't that adorable? Behold their flower butt. I gotta redraw my Marimomi, Sona, and Nebi friend. You must. Now you must. They have to be buddies now. I want to see like I want to see artwork of like all the stage light like mascots, you know. I want to see them just like hanging out. Like none of the boys, like none of us there, just the stage lights, you know. Oh, you know what it is? It's the stage lights performing a song, and the boys are in the crowd, like, "Yay, good job!" You know, like I want to see that. You know. We're just in the crowd, like, where do we go? And we're like, yeah. And just on stage, just when lightning hits the road, yeah, where do we go? Just flying around. I need that. Need that. I have no idea how I'm supposed to convert deer into moss ball, but I will make it work. You will make it work somehow, Ra. I believe. Are we the smallest? Not even an apple tall. An inch or two tall, yeah. So not terribly big, right? You might be the smallest. Right? Like you're about like an inch or two big. You're just little guys. Yeah. Are dewdrops smaller than us? The oldest? I don't know about oldest necessarily. So I met the Marimomis. They're the oldest of the but even then, actually, now that I think about it, I do not know. Because so I met because I was gonna say the oldest of the Lamlights, but I don't even know if that's necessarily true because I met Marimomis a month before we like arrived in Gaia. So I don't know. It depends when like the boys met like met the other Lamlights. My Marimomi is just a normal one with a pink bow. Cute! I love that. Are there sizes between the FSP mascots? Are we the smallest? I don't know. I like to imagine that, like, because you got to keep in mind, like, obviously you have Marimomis as big as Big Momi, right? Like Big Momi here. You know, we have Big Momi. Because Marimo can grow to be very, very, very big. Because theoretically, Marimo can grow infinitely, right? So it could be, it is technically speaking possible for Marimo to just keep growing so long as the conditions are right. And so let me, because I forget like the current record for the biggest. What is the biggest Marimo in the world? The biggest Marimo. The biggest Marimo currently is about 37 inches in diameter. Yeah, so about 37 inches is like the biggest Marimo right now. Yeah, so they can grow to be quite big, right? Yeah, they can get pretty big. Well, and I think the beautiful thing about like Marimo is theoretically, right? If you have, because Marimo, when well taken care of, can live for so long, right? Like you can have like there is like a tradition of sort of like having a Marimo and passing it down, right? So it's like this Marimo that just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and the bigger it is, you know how long your family has been caring for it, right? Like I love that. I think that's so cool, right? That said, Marimo, if you there's something that I'm like, I am hesitant to tell people to have one, right? Like you guys know I always tell you guys, like, if you want your cousins, right? Marimo are of course cousins to Marimomis. If you want your cousins around, you have to take especially good care of them. Because they are like they are endangered, unfortunately, and should be left in their natural habitat, right? 5 millimeters a year. It's something like 5 millimeters a year. Yes. Very, very slow growth process there. It's like tortoises. Ours was originally my great-great-grandfather's. Yeah, that's what yeah, like I like any kind of creature that can live to be that long, you know, like they're that old rather. Like I just think that's really cool. And like that is a cool element of Marimo, but I always just worry because I'm like it is a big commitment to take care of a Marimo, right? Because again, they are endangered and they do need to be well taken care of. And I just feel like because they are endangered, I would rather them just be in their natural environment as opposed to like in people's houses. But that's just me, you know? Like I know some people are really good caretakers of Marimo, so it's probably okay. It's just, yeah, I do worry about that kind of thing. But Marimo are cool, man. You guys know I could talk about Marimo for a while. They're just cool. I like plants. I don't know if that's been established or not. Ashkariel, angel of the soil, god of moss, king of Britannia, you know, first of his name. Mine are like fake ones. I have a little jar of like fake Marimo like on my desk right here. Because again, like they're cute and they're nice to have around. But you don't want to like take them away from that natural environment, you know. So theoretically, with enough time, we could have a kaiju Marimo. Theoretically, Rise, it is possible to have a kaiju-sized Marimo. Theoretically. You can get fake Marimo. Hurts nobody and it's cute company. Exactly. I would like plants, but I'm too forgetful, so I'd get a fake one. I think fake plants are a great, like, decoration, you know? Fake plants are a great way to kind of decorate your home, right? Where you're like, I want some life in this home. Like, I want it to feel more lively in here, so I'll get some fake plants. All right, like a big favorite of mine is the Lego plants. I really like Lego plants, like Lego flowers and stuff. Those are cool. But yeah, and then, you know, have like a nice little garden outside that you tend to, you know. Yeah. Love Lego flowers too. Samesies. I have so many fake plants on my bookshelf. They add a nice little pop of color. They're great. I love little fake plants. I love just the aesthetic of like plant life around, you know. I think it's cool. My roommate gets glass plants and flowers. They're beautiful. Oh, I can only imagine. Yeah, the sort of like glass recreations are really, really pretty. I literally had a year where I was desperate to find Marimo. They're so cute, though. Plants do boost our mood, after all, whether real or fake. It's true. Being around any sort of plant life is sort of a natural boost for most humans. I always wanted to build a Lego flower. I did build one, and then Maggie ran into it. You guys know Maggie. Hang on, you know what? I wonder if I have like a photo of Maggie. I'll hang on. I'll ask. I know I have one on my phone. I always forget to ask Mane-san if I can post it. I don't know if I have necessarily permission to show Maggie. So I will kind of like I'll resist. But she's a Shih Tzu. She's a black and white Shih Tzu. She's mostly black. She has like white paws and white fur underneath. And she's old. She's old. Hang on, let me see if I have like a photo and I can send it to Mane-san and ask if I could post it. I don't think I have a photo on my PC though. That's the only problem. All my photos are on my phone. And I'm using the phone for stream right now, so I don't know. Let me check. She's an old lady. She's an old lady. She's just a little old lady. Hang on. let's see. Distinguished old lady. She's just an old lady. She's old, dude. Like, Maggie is gonna be 16 this year. This November, she'll be 16 years old. She is old. Let's see. All the cats. I've worked with so many cats. Let's see. Aw. I found a video that would make me very sad to post. I made like it's a video of like, am I just a pet? Well, yeah, hang on. It's the like am I just a pet? And it's like all these photos of Maggie, and it's like, well, you're my dog, you know, like you're, yeah, you know, like I forget that audio from Up, but yeah, she's yeah, been with me for a very long time, and she is, yeah, and then it ends with like, you're a good boy, Doug, right? But for Mags, it's you're a good girl, Moog. We call her Moog or Moogston. Yeah, she's a goofy ass dog. She's had the same. I found a video of her. I'm looking at her right now. Hang on. This video of her. It shows my Botanian family's backyard, so I'd be like kind of hesitant to show it. But it's. She's had the same volleyball since she was 1. it's it's like all destroyed. So she's had the same volleyball, so all of the and she anytime we get her like a new volleyball, she doesn't want it, right? So she's so funny because like she loves the volleyball, so she'll sit underneath it and bop it with her face, like, so we'll throw it up in the air and she'll like boom and like kind of bop it and then chase after it. And she always brings it, so she bites into it and then brings it back, right? She'll always just kind of bite around it, but it's so old now that it used to be pink, right? It used to be this pink volleyball, and it was really pretty. Like, it was like this really cool looking pink volleyball. It's completely gray now because she tore all of the pink off of it from biting into it, right? So she refuses any other volleyballs. She doesn't want to touch another ball. That's hers, right? Like, she will not touch anything else. She is such a funny dog. And then all the cats that I've hung out with over time. Lots of cute kitty cats. Yeah. Pictures from Baruda. That one couple from that one Coldplay concert is in here for some reason. Don't know why I have that. Maggie looking like an insane person. Maggie being a diva. Hang on. There's a photo of Maggie just looking like an absolute diva, where we were outside, and she just like, we were visiting some friends in Botania, and she was just like being a brat. Like, I can't explain it. She was just in a fucking mood and didn't want to be there. It was cold that day, right? So she had her little sweater on, and she just like, so we brought her with us, and so we're standing there, and then I feel like her leash pull me kind of like to the side, and I'm like, huh? And I look down, and she's just laying on her side, and she goes, and because she didn't want to be there anymore, she just wanted to go home. So she on her side, and I'm like, Mag, and she looks up at me. I'm like, Moogston, Because, like, she gets called Moogston when she's being a brat, right? I'm like, Moogston. She's like, and, like, looked away, and I'm like, Moog, stop. Like, stop, Moog. Right? And everybody starts laughing. Because she's like, I'm like, Moogston, cease this madness. Like, cease this. She was being such a brat that day. Such a brat. But yeah. She's awesome. She's a silly dog. She is a silly, silly creature. And I am a fan. I am a fan of that dog. That's my dog. She my dog. That's my dog. She's silly. Does she like being held? Or so Maggie is so old. But she used to be, when she was a puppy, she used to be held like a baby. Right? And I've seen people be like, don't hold your dog like a baby. Shut the fuck up. Like, don't hold your dog like a baby. It's bad for their spine. No, it's not. Like, it technically, yes, I guess, but so is existing. Right? So, like, we would hold Mags like a baby. Right? And she loved it. Right? Like, she would, like, if you held her, she would, like, at first we thought she was squirming because she wanted to be put down. So she'd start, like, kind of moving around. We're like, oh, okay. Like, we went to put her down. But one day I'm sitting down on the couch with her, like, just kind of, like, holding her normally. And then she was squirming and then, like, squirmed to the side and just, like, sat there and, like, looked up at me. And, like, I could feel her tail kind of, like, moving back and forth. And I'm like, aw, Moog. She just wanted to be held like a baby. Right? So I was like, aw. So, yeah, she just likes, that's, like, her, when you're holding her, she wants to be held like a baby. Right? Because she's just a baby. She's a 15-year-old baby. She's just a baby. But yeah, I will say, like, a lot of dogs like being just kind of held like a baby. I don't know why. They like being held, right? Even the big guys. I remember it's funny that Raina brings up huskies. There was a husky at this one place that I used to it was like a boarding, like dog boarding. And I remember I spent time there, volunteered, you know, to be with the dogs. And wings down for this, wings down. Volunteered to be with the dogs, right? So I had this, like, you guys know, like, I worked with animals for a while. And so I was with this one husky, and he was like this scrawny kind of husky. It's not like he wasn't being fed or anything. He was just, like, naturally kind of a scrawny dog. He was kind of scrawny, and he was gray and brown, and he had heterochromia, right? So his one eye was, like, piercing blue, and the other eye was, like, a kind of, like, deep brown, right? So he had heterochromia, and he just looked like, he looked more wolf than dog, you know? Like, he was just, his name was Marley, right? And he was just the coolest dog, right? Because he was like a big, he's very protective, right? So if you were out there with the dogs and another dog ran up to you, he'd be like, like, you know how huskies are, right? He'd come up like, right? Like, if you got too close to whoever was in there with you, like whatever, like, caretaker was in there with the dogs, like, he'd right? And I'm like, bud, right? Like, I'd look at him like, buddy. Right? And he's like, right? Like, he was so talkative, so chatty. Even by husky standards, Marlo's a very chatty dog. Right? So, right? I'm like, bud. Like, he'd get quieter after you kind of be like, dude, relax. Be like, right? And so one day we're sitting on the play equipment, right? And another dog walks up just to say hi, you know, and Marley just, like, it comes up, gets all in the other dog's face. And I remember just being like, Mar, and I like pulled him close. I'm like, stop, right? So I'm like petting his face so he knows like it's cool. So I'm like, Mar, stop, right? Just giving him like little face brushes, right? And then he's like, arr, and like gets in again. He's a husky, right? He's scrawny, but he's still a fucking husky. He's like a wolf, right? He's big, right? So he crawls into my lap and then like turns to look at me and starts like swatting at me. And I remember I get a call on the radio and they're like, please stay there. We're coming to take a photo. Like, please do not move. Right? And I'm like, oh man, this hurts. He's heavy. Right? Like he was a silly dude. Yeah. There's another dog, a chocolate lab who would hump all the puppies and ate poo. He was odd. There was another dog who anytime there was a water dish, they would actively jump into the water dish. Like they would like they would just put their paws into the water dish and shoot water everywhere. He was also odd. Like, there was a couple dogs that were just weird. I did see a lot of dog fights. That was not fun. Yeah, I remember one time, and this is a horrifying story, so if you don't want to hear like sad dog story, cover your ears for a second. There was this one little dog, right? He was a little shit. We called him Little B, but he was a little shit, right? Or sorry, not Little B. There was Little B and Big B, and he was Big B, and he was a big shit, right? He was a little shit, right? But Big B, he was going after. So Big B was he was this little dog. I forget what kind of dog he was. He was some kind of like Scottish Terrier of some kind. He was a shit, and his owners knew it, right? So, but we ran this little daycare for dogs, and his owners knew he was a shit, right? Like Big B's parents knew he was a shithead, right? And so he would be, because he was a terrier, he would be in the small dogs. He would be with the small dogs. But he was an asshole to the other small dogs, so we'd have to put him with the medium-sized dogs. But even then, he would still bite the medium-sized dogs and actually scare some of them, right? Like, he would actually kind of freak the medium-sized dogs out. So this little dog had to be with the big dogs, right? Running around in the grass with the big dogs, right? So this little dog, Big B, right? And Scotty's attitudes are big. Oh, very much so. And so we had this like play equipment, right? So what would happen is that Big B would hide in the dogs are no joke. Dogs are no joke. And dogs are no joke. Right? Little dogs are no joke. Little dogs are assholes, right? Like, I know this. I have one. Little dogs are shits, right? Big dogs are great. Little dogs are little shits, right? So what Big B would do is he would get in there with the big dogs, and the big dogs would be like, "What's up, little man?" Right? Like they would walk up to him, and Big B, instead of like barking at them, would be like he would just kind of let them like be around him. He was a little like he was kind of intimidated, right? Because they were very big. Like we're talking like the big dogs would be huskies, mountain dogs, mastiffs, danes, right? Like very, very big dogs, and then this little terrier who was small even by terrier standards, right? So like massive, massive dogs, right? And I loved being with the big dogs. The big dogs are where it's at, right? There was Bernard as well. He was awesome. There was this big dog. He was a big mastiff. I'm trying not to use too many names because I don't want to but like there was this big dog, right? Big old dog. He was a big mastiff, and he was a puppy, right? And he was already massive, and I'm like, this is gonna be a big friggin' dog, right? But he was just the sweetest. And he became friends with Baxter, right? Oh, I said his name. Whatever. He became friends with Big B, right? This big Mastiff became friends with Big B, right? And he, so because he was a puppy, right? And so he just kind of naturally gravitated towards Big B. And Big B liked having a Mastiff friend, right? Because he could hide underneath him. So basically what would happen is Big B would get in the room and then hide either underneath the play equipment or underneath his Mastiff friend, right? And he would hide. And we're like, Big B, all right, bud? And his tail would be wagging. So we knew he was, like, happy. He wasn't, like, totally scared. If he was scared, his tail would be between his legs, right? But he was happy, and he would bark. Like, he'd bark back just to let you know he was there and he was good, right? So we were always wondering, like, what is he doing? He would just hide, like, under the Mastiff friend or under the play equipment, because he knew that the big dogs can get under there, so he would just stay under there, right? And then we realized what he was actually doing. So what was actually happening was that Big B was still being a little shit. Because Big B wasn't hiding. Big B was instead laying in wait. He would wait until a big dog walked past him, and then he'd bite their tails really fucking hard. And then hide again. Like, so he would, and like, when I say hard, I mean like hard, right? So he would bite their tail really fucking hard, and then the second that dog turned away, he'd hide. Right? And so we were like, what the hell is he doing? And then he goes into pounce mode. So he's obviously playing, right? We only noticed because we checked the cameras, right? Because none of the dogs yelped or anything. Right? So he would go into pounce mode and wait for them to kind of chase him. So he was being a shit. Like, he wasn't scared. He was doing it to be a shit. Right? So we're like, oh, that little bastard. Like, because we had to, because of where the story goes, we had to show everybody's parents what happened because of where the story goes. Right? So, he was rage baiting other dogs. Like, that's literally what he was doing. He's rage baiting. So there was this big dog. All right. Big old boy. He was what was he? I think he was a lab, but you could barely tell. He was like the chunkiest lab I had ever seen. Just chunky. And I'm not trying to shame nobody, but his parents would literally, like, for lunch, would literally sometimes just bring him like fast food, because they, like, he was a junkyard dog who ate like people food. Not great, right? Not good for them. A very big boy, right? He was a very big guy, and he was a junkyard dog. He literally lived in a junkyard, right? Like, and he was just the fucking best, right? Just the sweetest dude. It's okay to call dogs fat because it's really dangerous for them. Not even look at that thing like us humans. Well, like, he was just like chunky. He was just massive, right? And he was technically, again, like, technically speaking, a lab. Technically. But he was just big. He didn't look like a lab. He was just a big guy, right? And we kept telling them, like, yeah, like, human food is not good for him, especially fast food. You know, it's not good for him. Now, mind you, with Maggie on her birthday, we dress her up in her little princess outfit. She has about, maybe if I can't show Maggie specifically, maybe I'll show all her outfits one day. Maybe I'll show all her outfits one day. She has like 1 million outfits. And so we dress her up in one of her little princess outfits, and she gets a burger from a certain fast food place, right? That's her birthday gift. She always gets this, like, she never gets people food except for one day, right? And so she gets, because she loves to beg for people food. And sometimes people give her scraps, and that's not good. Right? But one day, one day out of the year, she gets a burger, right? And there's nothing on it. It's just a burger, right? It's just buns patty, right? And she used to eat the whole thing, but now she's like, like she just like nudges the bun out of the way, which we're like, okay, thank goodness, because like the bun's the worst part for her. And she just devours a patty like once a year, you know. She's tough gal. Yeah, she's a tough gal. But again, this dog would regularly eat fast food, right? Let's call him Jack. Right? We'll call him Jack, right? So, because I'm trying to think of like Junkyard Jack, right? So Junkyard Jack, I love Jack. I thought he was just the best because he was a chunky boy, so he didn't really run around much. But the other big dogs like just respected him because he was just so big, you know. So like I'd come into the room and I'd see Jack there, and I'm like, Jack, right? And he'd run up to me and I'll be like, all right, buddy, let's go, right? And we'd run outside, right? Orewa Jack. Yeah, he was Jack. Orewa Jack, right? Jack was just a massive dude, right? So I'd see him there and be like, Jack! And he'd be all excited to see you. I'm like, let's go, bud! And we'd run out, right? And so one day, poor fucking Jack, right? This story is rough. Just know that this story is not good. This is like the worst thing that ever happened while I was there. Poor fucking Jack. Jack is just hanging out by the play area, which he usually was wont to do. He would just chill, right? And so I guess he must have been aware that Big B would hide under either his big mastiff puppy friend, or he would hang out underneath the play equipment, right? And I guess he just didn't care. I don't think Jack cared much. Right? So Jack would just kind of sit there. And he would just, you know, he'd see Big B, but he wouldn't really think to do much about it. And this other dog, let's call this other dog let's call him Vegeta. Let's call this dog Vegeta. So Vegeta, I'm changing the names to protect the innocent. So Vegeta was... How do I even explain Vegeta? He was a short-haired dog. He looked like he kind of had... I swear he almost had like... So, okay. The way it works is there were certain dogs who weren't allowed to play with the other dogs. It is stupid because these dogs were very sweet, but because of their breed, they were not allowed to play in the field with the other dogs at the same time. So while the other dogs in daycare were running around and playing, certain breeds of dogs had to stay in their kennel. And they were only allowed out after the other dogs were there. One of those breeds was pit bulls, right? Now, obviously, pit bulls are kind of known for having pretty intense jaw strength. So if dogs are playing, and no, Dobermans were allowed. It was pit bulls, and it was I forget the name of the other dog. It was pit bull. I'll talk about Dobermans in a minute. I have opinions on Dobermans. It was are they bull terriers? Hang on. Yeah, bull terriers. So it was pit bulls and bull terriers were not allowed in with the other dogs. Yeah. So I only know because I was like the one that Dawn the breed that Dawn had, right? If you're a hockey fan, you know what I'm talking about. I was like Dawn Cherry's dog, right? Bull terriers, right? So bull terriers and pit bulls were not allowed to play with the other dogs. Stupid because every single one that we met was great, but whatever. And but this dog, Vegeta, was technically speaking not a pit bull. But he was short-haired like a pit bull. His eyes were like a pit bull. And he had a pit bull-like face. And I was like, but his owners swore up and down that he was not a pit bull, that he was something else. I forget what they said. And I was like, I don't know if I necessarily believe that. Now, Vegeta on his own was a fucking awesome dog, right? Like, just super awesome dog, right? And he was so, like you'd walk up, you're like, what's up, Vegeta? And he'd look at you and he'd kind of like, again, because of the shape of his face, he would like smile at you when he walked by. And I'm like, what's up, Vegeta? Right? And he loved fetch. Like, if you threw the ball, he would go bolted as far into the field as he could, right? Just loved to chase, right? Like, super happy dog and very friendly with the other dogs. Like, super dopey guy, right? Very friendly. Until now I am thankfully not in the field when this happens. I'm in the field with the small dogs, right? So I'm with the small dogs, and with the small dogs, you can basically sit down in the field and just watch them. Because the small dogs were puppies and very tiny dogs, right? Very, very tiny dogs. So I was in the field with puppies and little dogs, and it's funny, actually, Little B was there. He was a little puppy. And I just adored Little B. And I remember thinking, like, why isn't Big B like you? Right? He was just this fluffy white dog who was like, he was a poodle, but he was gonna be bigger, but he was just a puppy at the time. So I'm like, why can't all dogs be like you, Little B? Right? And he just, and I'm like, good boy, Little B, get out. I need to go chase the other puppies. Right? So I'm sitting there, and suddenly I hear screaming. And I'm like, this is the second time I have heard screaming. And it always came from the big dog field, right? And I'm like, that can't be good. And I like glance over, and I'm not seeing anything, but I'm seeing like other caretakers like bolting in the direction of the like the large dog pen, right? So I'm like, what the fuck is happening? And I'm watching them just, again, like full send it, just sprint as fast as they could. Dog screams or human screams? Both. Because at first it was a people scream, and then it was a dog scream, like a yelp, like a really loud yelp. But first it was a person screaming stop, and then a yelp. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I immediately jump on the radio, and I'm like, is everything okay? Like, what's happening? And they're like, Ash, well, we're going to have to call you back. So I was like, what the fuck? Right? And at this point now, all of the puppies are glued to the fence. And all the medium dogs are glued to their fence, because all the dogs are trying to see what the hell's going on. Right? So all the puppies can't see, because the other dogs are like now on the opposite side of the fence. Everybody's staring. It was bad. Right? So I'm like, what the hell happened? So we have to break for lunch. And I'm like, so we let the dogs back to their kennel. And the whole time I'm wondering, like, what the hell happened with the big dogs, right? And so I go to the big dog area, and everybody's been let back for lunch. But I see one of the other caretakers, and she is rattled. Right? So I was like, hun, what happened? Right? And she's like, I don't even want to talk about it. So I was like, okay. Is everyone all right? She's like, I think so. I really don't know. So I was like, okay. Right? And so I walk back to the lunchroom, and I go to get my lunch. And I walk by, and there's Jack. And I'm like, hey, Jack, how you doing, bud? And I just see Jack's tail wagging. I see Jack's tail wagging, and he's smiling at me. All right, I'm like, hey, Jack, how you doing, buddy? And I don't really register much. until the other caretakers are like, Ash, are you serious? And I was like, huh? What? He had been ripped apart. And I didn't even notice because he looked fine, like, at first. And then when I looked over at him, trigger warning. This is really bad. Okay? Like, really, really bad. This is a really... This story's about to take a fucking turn. So, like, heads up. Alright? I look at him, and I'm like, Jack, what the fuck happened to you? And he had patches of them were, like, flopping off. Right? Like, something had just torn him apart. Right? He had 2 areas on his arm, like where his shoulder was and where his chest was, that, like, the fur had been, like, ripped to the point where it was, like, off. Right? And then scratches everywhere. And I'm like, Jack! Right? And I'm looking at him, and he's just looking at me like everything's fine. And I'm like, I now I'm, because I'm holding him, and I'm like, Jack, oh my God, right? Like, oh my me, what happened to you? And I got, like, blood on my arm, and I'm like, what the fuck? Right? Like, what happened? Right? And they're like, I don't know, Vegeta just lost his fucking mind. So Vegeta just bit into him and wouldn't let go. And was scratching at him, and Rupert was screaming. Because obviously, like, Rupert had no fucking idea what was going on. And so when they finally got him off, he had, like, again, pulled to the point where there was a patch of Rupert that had, like, flopped off. So he had, like, a piece of his fur and skin had, like, flopped to the side. Right? It was just off. Like, you could see exposed muscle. It was bad. So I'm like, oh my God. Like, oh my me, dude. Oh my me. Like, what do we do? They're like, well, we already called the vet. Vet's coming here. And then they're going to take Rupert back to the vet. And I'm like, do his parents know? And they're like, they know they're on their way to the vet. I was like, okay. And I'm like, I need to go talk to Vegeta. Right? So I go to Vegeta's kennel, and I'm like, buddy. And he's clearly, like, rattled and still pissed, right? Like, he's still upset, and I can tell. And I'm like, so I'm like kneeling in front of his kennel, and I'm just, like, looking at him, and I'm like, Vegeta, like, what the fuck have you done? Right? Because, like, when this happens, you have to tell not only the pet parents, but you have to tell the city that this happened. So I'm kneeling in front of him, like, you have no idea what you've done. Right? And I'm like, so I'm like, Vegeta, like, what the hell did you do? Right? Oh no, we know what set him off. Don't worry. So I'm like, Vegeta, what the fuck? And he's still upset. Like, he's pacing and he's breathing heavy. And I'm like, Vegeta, buddy, look at me, bud. Right? And so he eventually stops and comes up to the cage, and he's himself, right? He's just, but you could tell he's upset because he whined, right? Like, he whined like he knew he kind of fucked up and his tail was between his legs. He knew he was in trouble, right? And so I was like, what the fuck did you do? Right? And so I'm just sitting with him, and I'm, like, all upset because I know he's in shit, right? And I'm like, fuck. And so both sets of parents, right? Like, an hour or so later, both sets of parents show up. Vegeta's parents and Jack's parents. I keep almost calling them their actual names, right? So they're both there, and you can imagine, like, they're fighting, because of course they are. Like, they're immediately arguing, right? And so we tell them, like, we're gonna look over the tapes and we're gonna see what happened. And then we see what happened. And suddenly both parents were no longer upset at each other, because a third culprit, a mysterious third, comes into play. Do you remember Big B, the dog I told you at the start of the story? Do you recall Big B? Remember how Big B liked to rage bait other dogs? Right? He would jump out and bite their tail. Big B was following Vegeta. Right? He was using his Mastiff friend, like that Mastiff puppy. He was following him. And the Mastiff puppy, even as a puppy, was bigger than Vegeta. So what would happen is Big B was jumping out and biting Vegeta's tail and then running underneath his Mastiff friend. And so Vegeta kept turning around and growling, but saw the Mastiff. Didn't see Big B. Didn't even know Big B was there. So he growled, and the Mastiff was like, huh? Right? Like, huh? Right? Because the Mastiff had no idea. Right? So they just keep walking. And then eventually, he gets so upset that he's now hiding beside Rupert. Right? One of the other dogs, right? Rupert was this, like, big... Like, he was like a Dane. He was a Dane, right? He was just a big fuck-off Dane, right? Like, just massive Dane. And the Mastiff was scared of Rupert, so the Mastiff wasn't going near him, right? So suddenly, Big B no longer had his target. So, what Big B did is because where Rupert and Vegeta were, it was beside, like, the little playpen. So Big B did what he always did. Remember, I told you he either hides underneath his Mastiff puppy friend, or he hid underneath the play equipment, because he was small enough to fit under there, but the other dogs couldn't see him and couldn't get to him. So Big B goes under there and starts nipping at his tail. And we're looking at the cameras, and we're all staring at the cameras with the parents, and we're like, what the fuck is that? We just see this little head. Hoopa. Hoopa. Right? Like, just nipping at Vegeta's tail. And Vegeta keeps turning, but every time he turns, he doesn't see Big B. He sees Jack, who is sitting off to the side, minding his own fucking business. Right? Jack is just looking at the other dogs, just having a time. He's just vibing. Right? And every time he's nipping his tail, Jack's just fucking chilling. Right? So Vegeta keeps growling at Jack, but Jack is just such a, like, not only was Jack a tubby dude, he was just, like, not a care in the world, not a thought in that head, just minding his own fucking business, right? Just a happy dude. Just, like, looking around, you know, just admiring, right? And, dude, he fucking... On the last bite, he, again, and remember, Big B bites hard, right? So he bit, and Vegeta had enough, and he turned, and he jumped right at Jack, and it was on, right? And Jack was a big dude, but he couldn't quite defend himself. And so Jack's family basically told Vegeta's family that it was obviously an accident. And they found the situation funny enough that they kind of let it go, because he like, Jack was fine, right? Like, he needed stitches, but he was fine. And Vegeta's parents were just, like, probably thankful that they didn't have, like, a lawsuit, right? There was no lawsuit. There was, like, he didn't get in trouble with the city or anything like that. But who ended up paying the bill? We did. Because it happened on our watch, so we did. And then Vegeta was no longer allowed to play with the other dogs anymore, which was a bummer. But it's okay, because he ended up getting a sibling, like a few months later. So him and his sibling would play together instead of him on his own. So he ended up getting a sibling like a couple months later. So it ended up working out okay. Jack, we saw less after that, just because his parents told us like they were just kind of nervous after that. And they're like, he's happy enough in the junkyard. Like, we could realistically let him just run around the junkyard when we're not at home, and he'll be fine. So we're like, okay, like is like, you're not mad? And they're like, no, we're just nervous with him around other dogs. He has cats that he hangs out with, so he ended up hanging out. It was him and the cats at the junkyard, like fucking Nekoma. Nekoma and their fat dog Jack. But yeah, that's how that story ends. The other time I heard somebody screaming in the large dog pen was when we were do you remember Rupert, that Dane that I told you about? Right? Oh, Big B got no repercussion, by the way. Like, Big B had no repercussions at all. Big B was right back to doing what he was doing. Except now he was under, like, intense supervision. But yeah, remember, there was 2 times I heard screaming from the large dog area. The second time was we were letting the dogs out for lunch, right? So we were sending the dogs back to their kennel for lunch. And then... and then... I'm in the medium dog area. So now this time, I can see. So I hear the wailings of the damned, right? Human screaming, right? The wailings of the damned coming from the large area. Just screaming like I had never heard before. And I look over, and basically what happened was Rupert, who is... So Rupert was the test for people who worked at this boarding place, because Rupert was a Dane, and Danes are usually pretty fucking chill, right? Every Dane there was just very big, but very sweet, because Danes are about the size of a small horse. They're pretty big, right? Like, they're pretty big creatures, right? They're big, but they're docile. But they are very fucking big. Rupert was not docile. Rupert did not like new people. And so the barometer, like the test, was you're going to be put in the big room with Rupert, and if you survive, congratulations, right? So I remember my first day there, I get in there, and Rupert, keep in mind, I'm God, right? I get there, Rupert gets right in my face, like immediately charges for me, and teeth baring, growling at me, and he's on his legs almost face to fucking face with me. I'm 6 foot. He's a big creature, right? Like, he looks like a hound of hell. He was right in my face, growling, teeth baring, intense. And so I just turned to my side, which is what you're supposed to do. I turn to my side, and I just look away, right? Which is hard to do in the moment, because you're scared they're going to bite your fucking neck, right? But you turn away, and you look elsewhere, just to let them know that you're not there to challenge them for, like, top dog in the area. At least not right away, right? So you're just kind of, like, turning to the side, and you're looking away. And that lets them kind of calm down, because they know you're not trying to fight. You never look them in the eye. You never look an angry dog in the eye. They're going to think that means you want to fight, right? So you turn to the side, you look away. And so I'm looking away, and I can feel him breathing on me, right? And then he sits down, tongue's hanging out, and he's smiling at me. And I'm like, good boy, Rupert. Give him a pat on the head, and he's like, we're boys now. Right? From that point forward, we were boys, right? I was the one they would throw in with Rupert because everybody else was scared, right? So after that, Rupert and I were boys. People didn't know how to handle Rupert, right? So as an example, when Rupert was not ready to go back for lunch, you would let everybody else out for lunch before Rupert. Rupert would be last. Because if Rupert still wanted to play, you let Rupert play until he's tired, right? So, like, if Rupert had, like, a toy that couldn't leave the field area, I would just let him keep the toy until it was time to go. And then I would just sit with him and be like, we gotta go get your food, bud. All right? And then I would sit with him and be really calm so that he knew it was no longer playtime. And then he would drop the toy naturally. And then I would get my lead, wrap it around his neck, and be like, all right, let's go, right? And he'd be like, all right, let's go back, right? And he'd be all happy. And he's a big fucking guy, but, you know, we walk back to his kennel. That is not what happens here. So what happens here is one of the people who was not new, but like relatively new. Why didn't you submit, lay on your back, and expose your belly? Because that's a good way to lose any respect in that area. This is like when I try to get some of the kids at the nursery I work at to eat lunch. Their toddlers, are toddlers just like dogs? Kind of. Very similar, Tuna. Very, very similar. So there was this like kind of new person there. And she would, she actually like, she used to be a client, right? She used to be one of the parents, right? Her dog's name was Bear, right? We're gonna call them Bear for the sake of the story, right? And Bear was a big old beast of a dog. He was a lab mountain dog kind of cross, and he was just awesome. But he was also the water dog, right? So he's the dog who, if you put water into a bowl, he would splash all the water out. Bear was a lot, but Bear was a good boy. Bear was a good boy. Very loyal to his mom, you know, just good boy, right? Sweetheart. Hello, Maria. Welcome in. And so eventually they just asked, like, hey, like, you seem good with dogs. Do you want to work? Do you want to work here? And she's like, sure. Can I keep bringing Bear? And they're like, yeah. So, you know, so she's new, but not that new, like a couple months in. All right. So, you know, we're getting ready to let the large dogs out first. All right. And again, I'm with the medium dogs, right? So I'm with all like the medium dogs are like smaller labs, right? Boxers were usually with the medium dogs because if we let boxers in with big dogs, then they might bite the boxers because boxers are dumb, right? Like I can't explain boxers other than fucking dumb. They're just lots of energy and kind of run around. There was also a Dalmatian in there who was... the Dalmatian was deaf. So she could not hear when dogs were growling at her, and she was hyper as all hell. Right? So she would run around, and she would jump on top of dogs when she's running, because she didn't know. Right? There was also... I'm going to call him Balto. Balto would hang out either in the medium dog room or the small dog room, but he was the biggest dog we had ever seen. He was as big as Rupert. He was fucking massive, right? He was the biggest fucking dog I had ever seen. And he was, and I am not shitting here. I am not shitting you here. I am being dead fucking ass when I say this. He was a wolf. He was just a fucking wolf. So he was... They tried to say he was a husky. Bullshit. Right? Like, bullshit. Right? We all called bullshit. No shot. They found him in the woods. His parents found him in the woods. He was like, oh, he was a wolf dog. There was no fucking shot. He was just a regular dog. There was no way. He was not a husky. Right? And they're like, he was fucking huge. he was intensely big. Now, mind you, he was sedated because he had to be, because he was a fucking wolf, right? Balto was the biggest fucking dog I had ever seen, right? He was as big as Rupert. He was fucking massive, right? And he was sedated all the time. So every time you saw him, his eyes were half open, and he was just chilling in the corner. And he just had a big old smile on his face, and he was laying on his side. And he was just like, I'm like, hey, Balto, how you doing, buddy? And he's, that's how he talked to you. And I'm like, that's a good boy. That's a good boy, Balto. So you just walk over. I would just chill with Balto because none of the dogs wanted, none of the other, like, so he could technically be in the big dog room, and he was sometimes, but the other dogs were just fucking scared of him, right? Like, he was just fucking huge, right? The only dogs who weren't scared of him was the deaf Dalmatian and puppies. Puppies loved Balto. Right, so Balto would be actually usually in the small dog room. There was 2 big dogs who hung out in the small dog area, right? Like the little pen for small dogs, right? It was this really, really old dog. We'll call him Gandalf. This really, really old dog named Gandalf. And Gandalf was just too old to be with the other dogs, right? He's just too old, right? But Gandalf was very low. He'd lean against you. He was this old fucking dog. Right? I think he had to be like 17 or 18, and he was a lab. So like for labs, if you've ever had a lab, 17/18 is fucking old, dude. Right? So he's just leaning, like he just lean against you. He just lean against you. He was old. He was old, right? And so he was there until, you know, while I was there, Gandalf did go, which is unfortunate. But like he was a little dog. I think by the time he actually was finally gone, he was like 18 or 19. He was old. All right. There was also a Shih Tzu there who was 19 years old named Twitchy. You'll never guess why she got that name. And she was deaf and blind. And she loved puppies. She loved running around with the puppy. Twitchy actually passed at the boarding place. It was very sad. Twitchy passed at the boarding place. I wasn't there for that. I wasn't there that day, but I had heard about it. But Twitchy was so fucking cute. I loved Twitchy. She was the best. But her parents like knew how much she loved puppies and like loved dogs, so they just let Twitchy, like, they knew it was gonna happen eventually, but they were like, let her be happy, you know, like let her go out happy, right? Yeah, sweet little thing. Love Twitchy. All right, but anyway, the Balto was also a dog that could be in the small dog area, right? So he'd be sitting in the grass up against the fence, and all the medium-sized dogs would not go near that side of the fence because the fences were connected. They wouldn't go near that side of the fence because Balto was there. And he was fucking massive, right? And you would walk over to Balto, and he would be surrounded by puppies. So Balto would have puppies crawling on top of him. And I'd be like, Balto, are you sure you're cool with this, bud? And he just... I'm like, okay. Okay, Balto. Like, okay, bud. He was just fucking massive. Just a massive fucking dog. Right? He's just like, it's all good, man. Yeah, he's just happy to be there. He's just a happy fucking dog. But again, not a dog. Right? Anyway. Balto is not relevant to this story. I just had to talk about Balto because he was, what a character. And he was beautiful too. He was like brown and like beige, beautiful. But he had that like wolf head where he like, you know, he just had like he was a wolf. And people are like, he was a wolf dog. That is not a dog. That is a wolf. He was a wolf, right? Anyway, beside the point. All right. And so I remember I'm in the medium dog room. And again, I hear the howls of hell coming from the large dog area. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I like look over. And there's the, again, relatively new, like couple months. There's the new girl. And there's Rupert. And he's just fucking ripping her arm apart. And I'm like, that's not good. Like, I'm looking at it like, oh, that's not good. So he had her forearm almost entirely in his mouth. And he's shaking his head. And she is screaming. Right? And I'm like, uh-oh. Right? Like, I just immediately was like, oh, that's not good. Right? And you gotta remember, what makes this worse is, like, as I am calling for help, because I'm with the medium dogs, I can't jump the fence to run over there because the medium dogs would be on their own, and they're all panicking because they hear the screaming and see what's happening. So now all the medium dogs are freaking out. The small dogs got no idea what's going on. And the large dogs are mostly back to their rooms. There's just a handful of dogs still in there, and they're all freaking out. And as I'm calling, that's when I realize, and I don't know if you guys remember this part of the story, because I've been yapping for a while. I'm calling it in. Her dog's still there. And Bear hears his mom screaming and sees Rupert ripping her fucking arm apart. And I'm like, oh no. Right? Oh no. He goes into fight or flight, and we ain't flying. You know, like, he is full sending it, like full sprint, running over. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, I'm just, Bear, no! Bear, don't do it! Right? Because Bear's big, but he's not as big as Rupert. And this motherfucker just latches onto Rupert and does not let go. Right? Rupert is, again, he was like some kind of like husky, like lab cross of some kind. Right? He looked like a big lion. Right? And he just latched on and would not let go. So now I'm thinking, oh, this is so much worse, because now Rupert is being bitten. So it's going to make him bite harder. Right? Like, Bear thinks he's helping. Right? So I'm like, oh no. And so finally somebody runs in. And they try to use the horn. The horn doesn't work, so they got to use the citronella spray. Oh my me. It was a fucking mess. We had to power wash the grass because there was fucking blood everywhere. Right? Nuts. Fucking mental. It was horrible. Like, it was everywhere. And so we get that everybody's back to their kennel. And of course, they're like, you're the one who's going to be taking Rupert back. I'm like, why me? They're like, you're literally God. So I was like, fine. Right? Fine, whatever. So I take Rupert back. And I'm like, and his tail's between his legs. He knew he fucked up. Right? And I'm like, brother, right? He knew he fucked up. I always get stuck with the bad dogs, right? So it's like, so I'm walking him back to his room, and I put him in there, and I take the lead off, and I shut the door. And it's like these big, the kennels are like big glass kennels, right? So I sigh, and I put my back against his glass kennel, and I like slide down, and I'm like shaking my head. And I'm waiting for the radio call to make sure she's okay. So Bear's shaken up. We don't put Bear back in his kennel. We leave him with his mom, because that's his mom, you know? And so I'm just shaking my head. And I hear little paw, like a little paw on the window. And I like turn, and he's just looking at me. And he's still got fucking blood on his face. And I'm like, you stupid bastard. Right? By the way, Rupert's little brother is the Mastiff that Big B would hide under. I forgot that little addendum to the story. Right? I forgot that little bonus nugget of lore. His little brother is the Mastiff that Big B would hang out with. So I'm looking at him like, you have no idea what's about to happen. I neglected to tell you that Rupert had already been reported to the city. So Rupert was on a one strike and you're gone rule. Right? The city didn't want to deal with Rupert. Right? Because they saw him as a bad dog. Now, Rupert was reported by a woman whose dog was not on its fucking leash. And Rupert bit the dog. Because the dog ran up to Rupert and he was scared. Because he was on a leash and the other dog wasn't. So as far as I'm concerned, that's on that fucking lady. 100%, if you're somebody who walks your dog without a leash, fuck you. Leash your dog. Oh, but my dog's so good. Don't give a fuck. Leash your dog. Unless you're at a dog park, leash your dog. Your dog needs to be on a leash. What if your dog runs into the street? That's not fair to your dog to not leash your dog. That's on you. All right? Like 100% on you. Not on the dog at all. It's 100% on you. Off-leash dog walkers who can't control their animal. Oh, no, it drives me nuts. Drives me nuts. Nuts. Fucking mental, right? So he was already on a one strike, right? And his neighbors, like the people who lived next to Rupert had like vouched for Rupert. So Rupert was not actually allowed to be walked in the neighborhood, right? Rupert had to go straight into the car, straight to doggy daycare, right? That's how he got his exercise. Because he's a big fucking dog. And the backyard was not big enough for him, obviously, right? He's a big fucking dog, right? So he needed his exercise. So this now caused a problem. Now, my coworker is a fucking baller, right? Because she, in this situation, you would assume that she would be like, well, he bit me, so therefore fuck this dog. No. What ends up happening is her arm is mush, by the way. Like none of us can even look at it. We have to like have her wrapped up in towels because we can't fucking look at it. Her arm was Play-Doh, right? So he broke her arm and like ripped tendons apart. Her arm, like she was in a cast for I think the rest of my time there, right? And I was there for a while, right? And the rest of the time I saw her, she was in a cast and a sling, right? Her arm was cooked. I don't think she ever got full function of it back. It was bad. It was really, really fucking bad. Because again, Rupert was a Great Dane. He's a beast, right? He was a beast of a dog, right? And he's one of those Danes where he had like muscle, He was so big, he had muscles on his muscles. He had muscles on his eyeballs, right? He was so big, right? And so she walks her ass over to her car with Bear, who is sitting in the passenger seat, still freaking out, and they go to the hospital. And so they do the best they can, right? And the rest of us are sitting there in front of Rupert's like kennel, and we're all just looking at him like, holy fuck, dude. Like, what have you done? Right? And so I think it was a couple days later, she comes back, and Rupert's parents are there because they're dropping off the Mastiff, and I'm like, where's Rupert? Yeah, welcome in, Wise. Welcome in. The ref sheet looks so cute. I know the Mario movies are so cute. They look so cute. And so I'm like, where's Rupert? And, you know, they're dropping off their puppy. And they kind of shrug their shoulders and they look all sad. And I'm like, oh, don't tell me. Right? Like, no. And they go, no. Right? And I'm like, what happened? Right? Like, what happened? So, the city had to be notified that this happened. And they wanted to put him down. Right? They were like, he's a wild animal. He is a threat to the people surrounding him. He needs to be put down. And all of us were like, no, absolutely not. And again, the coworker who had her arm shredded goes, fuck no. And the city's like, wait, what? Because they thought that she would be on their side. She goes, no. I took a toy out of his mouth. Right? I should have known better. That's on me. That's my fault. Right? Because remember when I told you that he does not like to have things taken away from him. You have to wait. She did not wait. She forgot. Like, she did know that, but she just forgot that. So she goes to take the toy out of his mouth, and he fucking loses it. Right? So, the city was like, okay, but here's what's going to happen. He is no longer allowed outside his home. Not even for daycare. He is not allowed to leave that home. He is, from now on, essentially, like, he was, I forget what you call it. He was, what do you call it when, like, you can't leave your house? He was, homebound? Yeah, but house arrest. Yeah, he was under house arrest. For the rest of his days. We never saw Rupert again. And so he was under house arrest. We did get little videos of him because his parents would like bring us little videos of him, and he was okay, right? So he, and it's not like he was old. He was maybe like, I think he was like 4 or 5, right? So he had another couple years in him, right? So yeah, like he spent the rest of his time like in the house, right? He could go outside, obviously, to go to the bathroom, right? Like, he was allowed in the backyard, but he couldn't leave the house or the backyard. He had to stay put. And yeah, I still think about that. Also, I did see somebody ask, like, what kind of place were you working in? These were like the 2 instances of something happening. I also did get bit by a dog while I was there. No walks. No, he couldn't go on walks. Wasn't allowed out of his house after that. Full on house arrest. For anybody wondering, like, what kind of place were you working in? Anybody who worked in a dog daycare, anybody who works with dogs or cats or any kind of animal will tell you that I worked there for a few years. I was there for a couple years. being there for years and having like 2 instances, and again, remember, wings are down. That happening for 2 instances in that many years of me being there is pretty fucking good. Right? Animals bite. Yeah, animals bite is what it is. You know? And I did get bit. I want you to guess the dog that bit me. You will guess the breed of dog that bit God. What creature would be so bold as to bite God himself? It was not Bigby. It was not Bigby. It's not a named dog. Not a dog from any of the stories. This is not like a named creature. It wasn't Maggie. Maggie actually has never bitten anyone. She's a pretty docile dog. She has growled at us, but that's because we tried to like. So Maggie has the spot. We have a guest room, and Maggie has the spot in the guest room under the bed, and there's like a little flap to it, right? So like she's hidden, and so if you try to lift that and like look at her, she'll growl at you. I don't know what she's doing under there. So, you know, sometimes I'll look under there and if it, like, I'll just lift it up and if I hear like I'll just, if I hear that, I know she's under there. I'm like, where's Mags? Right? I'll go looking and I'm like, oh, there she is. I won't even have to look. I'll just lift it. Be like, ah, there she is. Yeah, that's her spot, you know? She don't like people fucking with her area, right? That's hers. We did look under there just to be like, what's under there? It's just all her toys. It's just like a bunch of, like if there's a toy that's missing and we don't know where it went, it's under the bed. It's under the guest room bed. That's just where she sleeps. All right, that's just her area. I don't know why. It's just her favorite. But no, somebody did guess the correct dog. So I was in the small dog area. Not the big dog area. Not the medium dog area. No, the small dog area. And I had, I forget what happened. Like, one of the dogs had, like, jumped up at me. And I kind of, like, stumbled back. So I stumbled back and stomped on the ground. And we had to watch the cameras back because we were like, what the hell happened? Like, why did that even happen? So I had stumbled back and my foot hit the grass with enough impact that it startled. We'll call her Sweetheart, because she was a sweetheart. It startled Sweetheart, the Pomeranian, who freaked the fuck out. And no, she was not an old dog. She was just regular age dog. Not a puppy or an old dog, just a dog. And she bit right into my my heel. Right above my shoe, right into the skin. And I was like, oh, just, and because I didn't want to scream, I didn't want to make too much noise, so I just like went, right? Because I didn't want to make too much, I didn't want to freak them out more. Yes, my Achilles heel, right in my Achilles, like right where the tendon is. I'm like, and I gotta tell you, I've been to hell. I've fallen from grace. This hurt so much worse than any of those things. This hurt so much worse. So I was like, and like, I'm like, I need to leave right now. They're like, Ash, you all right? I need to go right now. They're like, okay. And so somebody shows up and I like limp towards them, right? And I remember, like, so she bit into me and wouldn't let go for a minute. So I was like, until she let go. She finally let go. I'm like, and she was like, like trying to check on me, and I'm like, hey, sweetheart. And so I go on a knee, and I'm like, you all right? Right? And I'm checking on her, right? They got tiny, sharp fucking teeth, right? So I don't walk with a limp now, but I did at the time. And so I was like, so I like kind of kneel down. I'm like, you okay? Right? Because she was freaked out, right? Is that us officially? Yes, this is the Marimomis officially. This is officially the Marimomis. You guys are so cute. But yeah, so I'm on a knee, and I'm like checking on her. Like, are you okay? And she does like the little palm sprint, like spin. You know that little spin they do? So and I'm like, okay, awesome. Can I see your face for a sec? Right? And so she jumps up on me, and I wipe my blood off of her fucking face. Like, so I was like, whoops. Can't have that. I was like, that's not good. Prime, thank you for the 2 months. Enjoy your wings. You have wings now. So I was like, let's just, it bled. It bled. All right, so I'm like, let's just get rid of that. Whoopsie daisy. I would regularly come home with scratches. Some of them bled, some of them didn't, but this was the most I bled that day. So you hid the evidence? No, I just didn't want her to have blood on her face. Right? So I was like, so I'm wiping her face. We have like little tissues just in case of these situations. So I'm wiping her face. And the person who was coming in to like take over for me is like, hey, Ashley, whoa! Because my leg, because again, I'm kneeling, so my ankle, or not my ankle, my heel is like facing them and is covered in blood. Like right through the sock, just covered in blood. They're like, whoa! And I was like, mm-hmm. Right? They're like, who was it? And I like literally lift Sweetheart to them. Be like, Sweetheart! They're like, of course it was the Pomeranian. Like, of course it was. Right? And Sweetheart's like, ba-bow! Right? Like, ba-bow! As I'm holding her up. It was Sweetheart! And they're like, all right, go get that looked at. I'm like, cool. So I go get it looked at. We used disinfectant, and we just bandaged it up. I didn't go to the hospital for it. If it was a cat bite, then yes, I would have gone to the hospital. Because we did have cats as well. If it was a cat bite, I would have gone to the hospital. But a dog bite, I didn't. I'm like, nah, it's fine. Yeah, I just Simba'd the Pomeranian. Just it was Sweetheart. Yeah, Sefenya. You know, like just holding her up, and she's like, I did that. I bit God. I bit God. That was the goofy pom-pom. I bit God. Lucky she didn't have rabies then. You can't have any illness to be in the field with the other dogs. Like, I'm never worried about the dogs, like, having anything, because you're not allowed to be in there. Like, you're thoroughly checked. You have to have your vet say that your dog... Pardon me. You have to have your vet say that your dog could be there. Almost got bit by a toucan because he was hangry. I love working with animals. Like, animals are great. All right. I volunteered at a cat adoption place for years. I got scratched up a lot. Cats ain't no joke. Cat bites are not like, because cats mouths are not built the same way a dog's are. So if a cat bites you, it could get infected, and you could have like, you could develop like a pretty gnarly fever. So yeah, cats. I am more of a cat guy, to be fair. She tasted ichor. Yeah, I was, blood everywhere. So there was just gold everywhere. All right, as we know, I do bleed gold. All right, so there was gold everywhere. But yes, I am more of a cat person than a dog person, but I typically spent most of my time with dogs. I love dogs too, but I am more of a cat person. You gotta have scars from your job. At least the job stays with you. I have a scar on my heel where Sweetheart bit me. I have a scar on my arm from I forget which dog it was. I think it was I think it was a boxer. I forget what it was, but somebody like scratched me down the arm. Got a scar there. And I got a scar on my back. I also have a couple scars on my elbows, but that was from when I used to do mountain biking. I fell. That's a whole other story. I could talk about that. But I got some scars. Is Sweetheart your dog? No, it was at the Sweetheart is from my old boarding place. Kenwin, thank you for the lovely offering to your new god. Once got flipped over by a metal fence by once got flipped over a metal fence by an angry cow mama as we tried to vaccinate her baby. Oh no. We had to separate them and she didn't like that. I can imagine. I can imagine so. Oh my gosh. Kenwin, no. I'm assuming you're okay. You did mountain biking? Yeah, I did. I haven't been in like a hot minute. But I loved mountain biking. Yeah, it was, we wanted to, I wanted to like, to do it professionally for a little while. But I ended up kind of, this injury kind of made it that I ended up not really biking as much after. But I did love mountain biking. It was great. I'll tell you that story in a minute. Prime, thank you for your lovely offering to your new god. Wings will stay down for that story because suck it. That didn't happen. Prime, thank you for your lovely offering to the new to your new god. I can never work with dogs, not only because my eczema, I always forget how to pronounce that, is bad, but also because I was stuck in a kennel with untrained dogs when I was a toddler. That is unfortunate. And listen, there's nothing wrong with not being able to be around dogs or having any kind of phobia. I never fault anybody. You know, dogs can be scary. I get it, you know. So don't you worry, Prime. You know? Don't you worry. But I will say, I will tell you the story of how I got. So I have scars on my elbows, a scar on my head. I have actually 2 scars on my head, taking some brain damage, and a scar on my hip. So I have a scar on my elbows, my head, my hip from this one particular incident. And so what happened was I was mountain biking with, for the sake of the story, we'll say it was the angels. I was mountain biking with some other angels. And we had been doing it for a little bit, right? We had been mountain biking for a while. And one day we are mountain biking near this trail where we knew like we had to cut through this kind of field and there were like some houses, but like we weren't near the houses. It was like this trail, this like city trail that goes through this like area, like in this field behind the houses, and then down onto this really, really poorly kept stretch of the trail that becomes like asphalt, right? Just really fucking poorly kept asphalt. And then it becomes just like a dirt trail again. And so, you know, we're going through and we're biking, and at this point it's flat ground. So it's not like we're going up or downhill, it's just flat. And we're going through that little area that goes in front of, or goes through the backyards of these houses. And we had done this like a couple dozen times. Like this was routine. So we're going and we're, you know, we're huffing and puffing and we're talking about like, oh, what are we doing when we get back? Oh, let's go back and play Def Jam Fight for New York, because that's what we did. You know, this is back in that era. And I was like, yeah, Def Jam. And they're like, do you even know any of the characters in Def Jam? I'm like, nope. Nope. I am your token white friend. I don't know who any of these people are. I just like Def Jam. You know, I just like Def Jam. They're just good games. So we're going, and you know, we're talking nonsense, right? And suddenly we hear, "Hey! Hey!" We're like, "What the fuck?" And we like look behind us. It's supposed to be up here. Sorry? Like, we can barely hear this guy, right? We're like, huh? And out walks the oldest man I have ever seen. And, like, I'm in front, and my friends are behind, my friends were behind me. So at this point, how do I phrase this in a gentle way? I was used to having to make an appearance to appease older folk sometimes, right? So I get off my bike and I walk out and I'm like, "Oh, sorry, friend. We're mountain biking and we were just on a trail. There's this is like a city trail. I'm sure you know that, right? Because it is a city. It legitimately is a city trail, right?" So, and he goes, "Yeah, you ain't supposed to be on here. This ain't no city trail. This is my backyard." And I'm like, "Well, technically, we're not in your backyard right now. We're in your neighbor's backyard, if you want to get, like, really technical, right?" And at this point, my friends are like, fuck it. And they just start biking away. And I'm like, he's like, "Yeah, you can't be here. You can't be here." And I'm like, "Oh, whatever." And at this point, I'm just like, fuck it. So now I'm at the back. And well, not the back. Like, I'm, like, second from the back, right? And I'm getting on my bike. And my other buddy is sitting on his bike, just kind of looking at me, between me and the old guy. And it was just kind of like, oof, this is ridiculous. And then his face goes pale. And my buddy was not fast on a bike. Not fast, right? So no matter how far behind anybody else was, he was always going to be dead last. And his face goes fucking pale. And I'm like, what is happening? And I hear, how many of you have ever seen the movie Stand By Me? How many of you have ever seen Stand By Me? Because Stand By Me was about to happen. So there's a line in Stand By Me where they're in some old dude's backyard. Same story. I think they're in, like, I think he was a jug dog. And he's like, "I did not truly know fear until I heard the words chopper, sick balls." So essentially that's what happened. So my friend's face goes pale. And I see, like, I turn and I see two dogs. Big fucking dogs. Big German Shepherds. Running full speed as this dude yells, "Sick 'em." The fear of Ashkariel was put into me, and the fear of myself ran cold through my veins, and we just sped off as fast as we could. And I'm not even looking behind me. I passed my friend. I'm like, "Sorry, dude, I'm not getting eaten today." Right? We're angels. We'd be fine, but I don't feel like putting myself back together with string. No, thank you. Right? So I speed past that boy. I sped off. I was like, "Nope." Nope. And so we're going. Keep in mind, we're at the top of the mountain here. We have to go down. So we speed off and we hit the side of the trail where this trail goes into, like, a road for cars, and then past that road it goes back into the forest and then downhill. So we're speeding off and we go boom, boom, and we go down, right? And this is where the dirt path becomes that really unpaved, kind of unkept pavement trail that I told you guys about, right? And so we had been, like, most of our trip is uphill, and then we go downhill. And the downhill is obviously the most fun, but it's dangerous, right? So the trail we took had, like, sections of downhill, sections of uphill. Right now we are on a section of flat, and we got to go downhill, and then that's the end of the trail. Is we go down this little, like, unkept pavement area, and then you kind of emerge out of the field, and then it's just a little path up to the sidewalk, and then we go home, right? So I am panicking, and I turn away, like, behind me to look to see if the dogs are still chasing us. And they're not, but my friend is behind me now, and he's pointing forward. And I'm like, what the fuck is he pointing at? And I'm thinking, like, I'm about to turn and see the dogs, like, jump at me or something. And so he's pointing forward. And I'm like, huh? And this is probably a good time to tell you, my bike was not working. Like, my bike was... So, do not go mountain biking on a bike that is not meant for mountain biking. So, my bike was at home. I had taken... You know my Britannian brother. I've talked about him before. He didn't like to mountain bike. He liked trick bikes. He liked doing tricks. So he had a bike with spokes on it for double riding and for doing tricks. And there was no suspension on this bike because it was not meant for that. All right? This is just a trick bike. So it doesn't have gears, it doesn't have it doesn't have, like, gears, it doesn't have suspension. It's not built for this, right? It is built for tricks. So, he's pointing. My buddy's pointing. The other angel is pointing forward. And he's pointing at no suspension on a mountain is crazy. To be fair, I was really fucking good at this. I was like the one least concerned, right? So I knew I'd be like, I'm fine on this. It's fine, right? I was the least worried. I was great at pedaling uphill, even without gears. Like, even without without any gears, I was fine. And I was downhill. I was a magician. I knew I was fine, right? So I was like, even without suspension and stuff, it's not safe, but I knew I was fine, right? So he's pointing forward. And he is pointing towards a giant pothole. So this pavement was not well kept. And I told you guys that. And I've neglected to tell you that there are sections of it where there are big potholes where pavement used to be that is now caved in and is just like tiny rocks and dirt and shit, right? So there's not enough time for me to do anything. I can't turn, I can't do anything. I'm just cooked. So in that moment, I close my eyes and I'm just like preparing. I'm just, you know, like, it's the speed meme. I show speed meme of like, I just embraced death, right? I just embraced it. I knew I was hit the dog accepting fate. Yeah, I just knew I was cooked. I just knew I was dead. It was, you know what it was? It was the John Hamm meme. You know that song that I love where it's, and I like, ooh, Ooh, come on, baby, turn the lights off. Ooh, cause it's getting late. It was that meme, right? Just, I say, ooh, come on, baby, turn the lights off. That was me. I knew I was dead. I was like, I'm dead. I'm just dead. And I actually remember in that moment thinking, I will never see Kingdom Hearts 3. I remember I actually remember that was a thought in my head. I will never see Kingdom Hearts 3. I knew I was cooked. I was like, I'm never gonna see Kingdom Hearts 3. That was the last thought in my head before things went south. So, for the front wheel goes in, and I'm hoping that maybe I can just kind of ride the pothole out, but no, because so I dip in, and the pothole was just like so deep that it was just like a wall, right? So like I go in and just hit wall, and I go fucking flying, right? And again, that song is perfect. Just I say, ooh, come on, baby, turn the lights off, and I'm just flying through the air like, just I was gone. I didn't even need my wings to fly that day. I was just like, as soon as I just boom hit, I'm like a bird, I'll only fly away. Right? Just I was gone. There goes my hero. As I'm like, watch him as he goes. And my friends had no idea. Like, I saw them, they were still going downhill because they thought there were fucking dogs chasing us. Right? So I am at this point I remember being in the air for a really long time. Like, I remember it feeling like a really fucking long time. And like, I actually had the thought of like, when is this gonna end? Like, it was so strange. Like, I remember having this thought of like, I am still in the air. Like, I don't know if you've ever had a moment of like slow motion where everything moves in slow motion, but I had the thought of like, when is this gonna end? I've been in the air like a really long time. And then it ended. And probably a good time to tell you. And never do this. Never do this. I don't care how good you think you are. Never do this. When that dude was chasing us, so I took my helmet off to talk to him. Because I wanted him to know that we were, like, friendly. I didn't have to do that. I don't know why I did that. So I didn't have helmets, and I, at the time, was too cool for elbow pads or knee pads. And I remember thinking, like, if I had just worn my gear, this wouldn't be that bad. Because I could have just, like, elbowed it and been fine. So, no elbow pads, no knee pads, which is a big fucking no-no. And I didn't have my helmet. So I just knew I was fucking cooked. I had no protection from this. There was no way for me to protect myself from this. And if I look at my hands, I can still see, like, little marks in my hand. There's little marks in my palms from where this impact is about to hit. Right? So, I hit the ground. And I hit the ground elbows first because I'm trying to stop. Like, my main concern was my head. right? I was like, I just don't want brain damage from this. So my main concern was my head. So I land elbows first, and I skid on the ground. So I landed elbows first. My right hip was out. So my right hip hit next. And then I'm trying to stop myself with my palms. So my palms are getting caught. And my fucking head bounced like a basketball off the pavement. I couldn't stop it even if I wanted to. My fucking head just boom. It's a pink right off the pavement. I was out. Like, I was out, right? I remember I was out and I just heard the boys screaming. Like, so I heard footsteps running. I wasn't out for very long. It was only a couple seconds, but I was like, boom, I was out for a second there. So I remember like when people are like, why do wrestlers let themselves get pinned? And I'm like, the idea is you get knocked out for a couple seconds, right? Because I felt that shit, right? So I was out for a couple seconds. Everything went black for a couple seconds. And then I kind of opened my eyes as I saw my friends just running up towards me. And, they were screaming. With my last thought being, I'll never know what happens in Kingdom Hearts 3. And then I die. Like Carlisle. No. I did not die. But, boy. Too soon? My bad. So I kind of stumble up to my feet, right? So I'm on, like, I pull myself up to my knees, and my main concern was still the dogs. So I, like, look behind me. Dogs weren't there. Never did get my helmet back. And that was a sick fucking helmet, too. Oh, well, whatever. It was, like, it had, like, little flames on it. It was sick. Anyway, beside the point. So I get up. And, oh, here's the best part. I didn't go to the hospital. That's the fun part. I didn't go. Instead, my goofy ass dragged myself back to my Battanian home, like my parents in Battania. I dragged my ass all the way over there. And I just walked it off. And I was so I I'm having to carry my bike, and I realized this is when a horrible realization happened. I couldn't bend my elbows. So I am walking my bike with my elbows straight because I could not bend my elbows. Couldn't bend them. And both of them. I couldn't, maybe one day I'll show you. Yeah, I still have like the little scars from it. One of them is in the shape of a smiley face, which is hilarious. Yeah, it has two eyes, and then like, it's not even a smiley face. It's the like frowning face, right? So it's two eyes and then just like a flat mouth on my left elbow. But yeah. And so I couldn't bend my elbows. So one of the boys, just carried my bike home. So he had to walk two bikes. He was walking two bikes on each side, and I'm just walking with my arms all stiff. I'm like, well, that could have gone better. Right? Like, and they're like, yeah, but you're okay, right? I'm like, I think so. I'm a little dizzy though. Right? And they're like, well, yeah, your head bounced like a fucking basketball, dude. I'm like, yeah. Am I bleeding? They're like, a lot. They're like, a lot, actually, yeah. I'm like, how's my shirt? And they're like, pretty bad. Because it was like ripped on like the where my hip was, and and this, I was wearing this long sleeve white shirt, and just like where the elbows were just cooked. So they were like, it's pretty bad. Like it's not good. So I get home, and I remember my Battanian mother was like, well, Ashkariel, you are an angel of the Lord. And I'm like, I am God. And she's like, yeah, whatever. I am God. Yeah, sure. So you might have never heard of these things. This is called ibuprofen. And we're gonna give that for your headache, because my head was like fucking ringing, right? Like there was like, I remember like I could hear like a like sound, like that ringing noise would not leave my ears. And I was dizzy and I had a headache really bad. Like I was like, the room was still spinning and I was just not good, right? And so they gave me ibuprofen, and they were like, and this is called peroxide. And I was like, what do you do with peroxide? They're like, can I have your elbow? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, okay, Ashkariel, honey, I need you to go somewhere very pleasant in your mind. And I was like, okay, why? And they're like, just do it. I'm like, okay. Okay. And I was like, just like the most intense pain, right? Like it hurt so much worse than the actual fall. And I couldn't bend my elbows for like a month. Because like when they began to heal, I couldn't bend them because they were still healing. Right? So it wasn't until they finally, like, the scabs had like left and it had finally just become skin again, I could bend them. You didn't go to the hospital at all. Something to know is that I am an angel, and I was surrounded by like boy moms, you know? So like my Battanian mom and all her friends were like boy moms. So they were like, walk it off, you'll be fine. And I was like, hell yeah. Did you tell your mom your head bounced? No. I just told her I had a headache from the pain. I wasn't about to tell her that. Right? Oh, another time, I was on a tire swing. Does she know? Yes, she knows now. Yes, she knows now. Another time, I was on a tire swing. And so this tire swing was set up where there was like a tree branch jutting out from the tree. And I don't know why they didn't think to just cut this fucking branch off. But because it was like facing the fucking tire swing. I will never understand. And I'm on the tire swing. Now, I don't know if you know how tire swings work, but if you spin on a fucking tire swing, your limbs are pulled out of the tire swing. So my head was pulled out of the tire swing and just crack, right? Like crack right into this tree branch, and head to toe, just pouring blood, gold everywhere, right? Everywhere. It was so bad. Boy, does that explain a lot. A lot of head trauma for your new god. Lots of head trauma. Respectfully, how are you still alive? I don't know. And you gotta keep in mind, too, I also like to skateboard. After the second one, that was when I was like, okay, no more. I am wearing a helmet all the time. has bro ever been to the hospital, or do you just spend thousands of years being free balling every ailment? I do go to the I do go to the hospital. I have been to the hospital. I actually went to the hospital in this situation. So head to toe, covered in ichor, right? Just gold everywhere. And poor Botanian mom. Can we get shout outs for Botania mom? Botania mom is the goat. Because she was like, she didn't even know what to think. She told me, she just saw me, and I was just head to toe covered in blood. And she's like, all I saw was gold. You were just like a blob of gold. I had no idea what to do with you. And so I was like, keep in mind, I was only on Botania for a month, by the way. So all this happens in the span of a month. Right? So I'm just head to toe covered in gold, right? And and I'm like, do you have any more of that ibuprofen? My head hurts, right? I was only on Botania for a month. You guys saw the lore video. I was only on Botania for a month. All this happens in the span of a month. All right, so my head fucking hurt. I'm in the pain, and you guys saw the lore video. I was only there for a month. So she, Botania mom is like, you dumb fucking boy. And we get in the car, and I'm like, I'm bleeding on the car. She's like, don't worry about the fucking car, right? Like, don't worry about the goddamn car, right? So we get to the hospital room, and I'm about to tell you the beauties and the downsides of the healthcare system. Now, the beauty of it is I didn't have to pay them, which is good because I might be God, but I don't have your weird currency. So, didn't have to pay for it. Nice. Did have to wait in the waiting room with a man whose arm was fucking backwards. I remember the two of us just looking at each other. I'm covered head to toe in ichor, right? I'm bleeding head to toe. This man's arm is backwards, and we're just, like, looking at each other. And Botania mom's like, stop staring. And I'm like, he's my friend. And he's like, no, it's cool. Like, it's all good. I'm like, this is my friend now. This is my injury friend. So this is my injury friend. We are injury friends. And instant trauma bond. Yeah, we instantly trauma bonded. He was there before me, and I got seen before him. And you're my friend now. You're my friend now. We're having soft tacos later. You know, like, I was just like, I like you. You know? And that man was Kalen Strafe. No. That would have been a fucking twist, though. That man was Kalen Strafe. Carlos Strafe. No. So I remember we're sitting there for an hour. Keep in mind, I am actively bleeding. It's not like it stopped. I am actively bleeding. And Carlos Trefe has his arm backwards. I like you. You play Kingdom Hearts? Why, yes, I do. Cool. We should play Kingdom Hearts later. Like, yeah, that's exactly what happened. So this man's arm is backwards. Backwards. He told me he fell off a ladder. And I was like, you fell off a ladder? And he's like, yeah. I'm like, can I see it? He's like, yeah. And he, like, shows me his arm. And his arm was fucking backwards. Like, it shouldn't have been like that. It was backwards. Right? And I was like, huh. And so he's like, what happened to you? I was like, tire swing. He's like, huh. Tire swing? I go, yeah, there was a branch. And they're like, why didn't they cut that off? I'm like, I don't know. I do not know. Right? Like, I have no idea. It wasn't even like a sprinkler. It was just like pouring out of my head. And an hour goes by. And yeah, there was a branch. That's literally how I was talking, because I was so worried I'd fall apart that I was talking like, yeah, there was a branch. And he's like, huh, they didn't cut that off? Nah. I thought the same thing. That's weird. I literally was talking like, I had a dream. But you were ketchup and I was mustard. Which is weird, because you're usually relish. Anyway, right? Like, that was literally how I was talking. Like, because I didn't want to talk too much. Right? I was worried I'd fall apart. So the doctors show up and they're like, hey, sir, how could we... Whoa! And saw, like, the shape of me and the other guy. They're like, why are you here? Right? Oh my gosh. Right? They're like, oh my god. And I'm like, yeah? And they're like, huh? I'm like, don't worry about it. And Botania Mom was like, stop. Right? And so they take me away. They take me away to a secret place, a great escape. No, so they take me away. And they take me and backwards arm guy. And Prime is caressing you through the screen, gang. Damn, Prime, appreciate it. Thank you. So yeah, so I so I get they have to put stitches in my head. And yeah, that was the time. That's the end of that story. Yeah. I fell on my head a lot. I also fell off the stage. I took some musical theater. And I like fell off the stage and landed on my head. It was the back of my head. That one wasn't so bad though, it just bruised. that one hurt. But that was the last time. Yeah. So 3 times in the span of a month, head trauma. After that, it was yeah, no more of that. It's okay. It's okay, a band kid broke my fall. It's alright. A band kid broke my fall. It's fine. So what did you learn? Wear a helmet. I learned wear a helmet. Actually, it's funny we talk about this, because this has been in my notes for a while. I want to talk about skateboarding now. I wish to talk about skateboarding. Specifically, I want to talk about not wearing a helmet is fucking dumb. And Andy Anderson is the GOAT. Because, so there is a skater by the name of Andy Anderson. Andy wears a helmet. Andy skates vert, skates freestyle, and skates street. The vert skaters all wear helmets because they're skating fucking vert. They all wear helmets because they're skating in fucking half pipes. So, yeah, they wear helmets. All right. But the freestyle skaters and the street skaters don't wear helmets because helmets aren't cool. That is fucking dumb. You are more injury prone on the street than you are in a vert ramp, and that is my hot take. Right? My hot take is there is so much more shit that's just jutting out on the street. So Andy wears a helmet all the time. Andy is the GOAT. Everyone should be like Andy. Head trauma is not what's not cool. Exactly. So wear a helmet or you'll become a VTuber. Exactly. How many traumatic injuries did you receive? Skateboarding is a question. Funny enough, none. I didn't skateboard for very long. I'm just getting back to it now. The worst that happened is I twisted my ankle. But that's not so bad. Like, it hurt, but I was back on my feet before too long. But yeah, no, at that point, by the time I was skateboarding, I was wearing pads and a helmet all the time because I didn't want to play around. I understand not wanting to wear big bulky pads like elbow pads and knee pads. But they literally make pads that can hide under your clothes, you know? I forget their name, like Young Wavy or something. Makes pads that you can put under your clothes if you really want to. And they really do protect you. And always wear your helmet. Because there's another skater called Nyjah. Nyjah, I'm gonna see if I can find. I'm gonna see if the clip is on YouTube. Let's see, Nyjah. Let's see. I'm not gonna share the clip. Nope. Fuck. If you look up Nyjah skateboarding head, like head injury, it'll come up. He's doing a trick. He's going down the stairs, and nope. Fuck's sake. Goodbye, B. He eats pavement, but he lands on the top of his fucking dome on the last stair, and then hits it so hard he bounces off his head, and like he hits it so hard he bounces off his head, lands on his ass, and then passes the fuck out. Nyjah has said that he will not wear a helmet moving forward, despite the fact that his speech pattern is all kinds of fucked up now. His eyes are bloodshot permanently. And he like doesn't know how much trauma is actually there. He just knows that he won't wear a helmet because helmets are for little kids. Don't be a fucking idiot. Don't be dumb. Wear a helmet. I love Nyjah, right? Like, Nyjah's cool as shit. Don't get me wrong. He's a good skater. But, like, I don't care how good of a skater you are. Wear a fucking helmet. The GOAT wears a helmet. Tony wears a helmet. Wear a fucking helmet. Right? Like, don't be stupid. Right? And, like, the thing I'll say, too, is people being like, oh, well, Andy, like, hang on. Like, type in, like, Andy Anderson to see this man skateboard. Because, like, magician with a board, right? Like, legitimate legend, unparalleled, love Andy, right? Like, legitimately just, like, so fucking good on a board, right? Like, he was just at Tampa Pro in the semifinals. Wear a fucking helmet. You know? That's my plea to you. Wear a helmet. Being safe is for little kids. Yeah. You can replace a broken helmet, but not a broken head. Exactly, Had. Exactly. That's a skater you don't want as a role model. No, like, the thing is, there is this... So, Andy has had to deal with people breaking his helmets. Somebody actually pissed in his helmet. Disgusting. Somebody threw his helmet in a traffic. It's bad. Like, Andy has had to deal with a lot of shit happening to his helmets over time when he goes to skating competitions because other street skaters do not like the fact that he wears a helmet. For the record, Nyjah is not one of them. Like, I don't want it, like, Nyjah would not have fucking done that because that shit's not cool. But there's this... I don't necessarily blame Nyjah specifically, right, for not wanting to wear a helmet, because there's this weird, like, culture around street skating of like, not wanting to wear a helmet because it's not cool. Because street skating is also like a culture, and they don't wear helmets in street skating. That's a vert thing, right? But Andy is the one who's trying to push against that. Like, Andy is just like, it's not even like he's consciously doing it. It's just he didn't want to hurt his head. It's not worth it, right? And now because of that, Andy is becoming kind of this like staple of like, Andy wears a helmet. Andy's fucking cool, you know? First time in his live stream. This is such an honor. I'm almost done completing the goal of joining all their live streams. Honestly, such a pleasure. Aw, Jade, that's very sweet. Thank you. Welcome in. Thank you. And hello, Moo. Hello. But yeah. Anyway, wear a fucking helmet. Wear a helmet. My goodness, please wear a helmet. Listen, skating is cool, but you know what's cooler? Not being in the fucking hospital. Kind of reminds me of when Ty threw up in Sora's helmet. Yeah. You have no new messages, okay? No, it's not okay. Stupid Ty. I can't believe she doesn't even want to read my letter. You try to tell the girl you're sorry and your computer shuts you down. Yeah. Ash, I've seen Tony. He's gotten old. Yes, as most humans do. Yes. Yes, Tony has indeed aged as humans do. He's still the GOAT. Being alive is so sexy and cool, y'all. Yeah. By the way, Tony is still better than anybody you know. Like, Tony is still the man. He is... Hang on. I think this is, like, the most recent of his. Yeah, if you just type in Tony. Tony Hawk at 7 months ago at 57 years old, still skating vert. And he's still the GOAT. He's still got it, you know? Is he, like, is he pulling 900s out of his ass like he used to? No. You know? But now Tony's doing something more interesting, I think. Tony is now, like, raising up. I think because Tony knows, like, fuck, I'm running out of time, right? Like, not as in, like, death approacheth, not like that, but just, like, Tony knows, like, oh shit, like, I'm not gonna be right, and he's still good, but the time will come where he might not be able to do, like he might not be able to do kickflips, or he might not be able to really do, like, holds or anything like that. Like, there's gonna come a time where he's not gonna be able to do it. Most he could do is probably, like, drop in and fly out, right? Just skate, not actually do tricks or anything. So what Tony's been doing lately is just teaching, right? Like, teaching new kids. He's got, he has, like, competitions specifically for vert skating, because Tony's biggest worry is that vert skating might die without him, right? And it's true, because I love vert skating. I think vert skating is way fucking, like, it's my favorite style of skating, right? Obviously, I have never been in a half pipe because terrifying, but, like, it's so cool, you know? It's the coolest version of skating to me. Now, obviously, street skating is super fucking cool too, but vert skating to me has always been just, like, the coolest. And so he's been doing these, like, vert skate competitions, trying to, like, get kids, like, into vert skating, and I think he's doing a good job. I would like to see, because in the Olympics now, street skating is, like, a competition that is, like, an official Olympic sport, and that is fucking awesome. I would like to see vert skating get the same rep. I think I hate it because every time I talk about the Olympics and skateboarding, everyone's like, skateboarding doesn't seem like an Olympic sport to me. I don't understand why skateboarding is an Olympic sport. What do you mean? Well, like, it doesn't feel like the Olympics, you know? Like, the Olympics are, like, ancient, right? How old do you think basketball is? How old do you think hockey is? I'm just curious. Watashi ki ni narimasu. Watashi ki ni narimasu. I'm just curious. Yeah, I mean, snowboarding is. It's the same as skateboarding. It's just on snow. Exactly. Well, it's not the same. But, like, it is a similar idea. Right? Skateboarding should be, too. I agree. If snowboarding is there, skateboarding should be right beside it. You know? Is that us? We look so cute. Yes, Gloria, this is us. Well, you guys. This is the Marimomis right here. This official announcement stream became, let's talk about all of Ash's scars. Like, somehow. There's Olympic pool. I do not want to hear it. There's curling. Curling! If curling can be there, then damn it, skateboarding should be there too. Put BMX in there too. Fuck it. How did we get here, actually? I do not remember, Coco. I'm going to be honest with you. But yeah. Curling! But yeah. The only thing that makes me sad is that we never got to see Tony at the Olympics. That would have been fucking cool. If speed walking exists, then skateboarding should be valid. Like, there's too many sports where I'm like, if this is here, then skating should absolutely be here. And it always bothers me when people are like, skating's not an Olympic sport, though. Skating is not an Olympic sport. Do you know how fucking athletic you have to be to do half of this shit? Do you know what a magician with your feet you have to be? Like, how majestic you gotta be with this shit? Please. Please, don't even try me, dude. You can miss me with that shit. You can 100% miss me with that shit. Yeah, absolutely not. Morning, Marimomis. Is that us? Yes, this is the official Marimomi art. The official art of the Marimomis. This is the official artwork. Behold. Whoops. Behold. Look how cute. Look how darned adorable. Oh my goodness. Look how cute. Let's zoom this one in as well. Oh my goodness. Oh my damn. Look how cute. The going ham. Adorable. I love how cute they are. They're so cute. The Marimomis. Very kawaii. Yeah, kawaii. 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 The little leggies. The little legs. The little legs, little arms. They're so cute. They're so cute. We got to give them a skateboard. The Marimomis need skateboards. That's what they need. Kawaii desu. Kawaii desu wa. Very plushy coated. You very much are. You are very, very cute. Marimomis can ride tech decks. It's true. Marimomis could, technically speaking, ride tech decks. Give them drip. They need drip. Marimomis need drip. We're small, we need tech decks. That would be a fun hand cam stream. Tech decks. That would be so fun. But yeah. Yeah. Anyway. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should say. There is, actually. Friendly reminder that we have our Valentine's Day voice pack. If you haven't checked it out yet, there is myself. You can get a voice pack of Ashkariel. You can get a voice pack of Lamentus. You can get a voice pack of the whole crew, actually, like all of the FSP boys. Like everybody's got a voice pack for you guys to check out. I do highly recommend it. If you haven't done so yet, please do so because they are fucking awesome. I am very proud of the work we put into it. It is really good. Yeah, it is really, really just like we put in so much effort into it, and I'm very, very proud of it. Yeah, get the VP. Yes, if you haven't done so yet, please do get the VP. It is really, really, really good. We have White Day coming up, so if you haven't yet gotten your your Valentine's Day voice pack, be sure to check it out before White Day because it lasts up until March 8th. And you should consider getting it. Yes. Hang on. Let me see if I can't get the link there. 1 second. So for stage productions, let me get you guys the link. No. Eh? Where's the link? Oh shit! I can't find it! Ah! Where it is? We do too much cool shit! FSP does too much cool stuff! I can't find it! I'm scrolling! Ah, here we go. Link Doko! Ah, thank you, it never mind. Me and the angel's like, ah! Thank you, Angel. Hang on, let me pin that. Yes, please do get the VPs. I am very proud of the work we put in for said VPs. Fast as fuck, boy. Fast as fuck, boy. Yeah, the VPs are great. I loved working on them. They are so fucking cute. I love them so much. If you haven't gotten them yet, please do consider getting them. How many people in the chat have gotten their voice packs already? And like I'm curious, like how many people got their voice packs? Did you get the voice pack of just moi, or did you get the Lamentus pack? I'm curious. Right. Whenever I open my phone, I always love seeing Ash as my lock screen. I'm greeting you every time you open your phone. I'm like, hey. Happy Valentine's Day. All of them? Hell yeah. You and Shiki? Let's go. Just moi? Just moi? Oh my goodness. Just moi? I'm broke as a joke, but I got it in my heart. Hey, Rose, you know what? That is all good. You know, like, it is not like, even if you can't grab the voice pack, just the support of like, hey man, like, you guys should check this shit out. It's cool, you know, like, or like good for you, or like happy for you, or anything like that is tremendous, right? Because like any support of the voice pack is good, whether you buy it or not. If you're still letting people know, like, hey, voice pack's out, Ash says it's really good, you know, like that still helps, you know. So like any support surrounding any voice pack is always tremendously appreciated. So yeah, don't feel like obligated, you know. I just talk about it a lot because I really like it. I have to go now, God. I have a huge canker sore in my mouth, and I am going to the dentist soon. Love you. Oh, Mama Angel Cat, I hope you feel better soon. Good luck at the dentist. Yeah, but yeah, no, it's very, 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 very good. I highly, highly, highly recommend it. Yeah, please do consider checking it out. I am a fan. I am a fan. The website is, I will say, like, the website is in yen, so you'll have to do a little bit of math, a little bit of quick math, right? Going to the dentist tomorrow for a teeth cleaning. Oh, right on. Hopefully it's not too bad. I know a teeth cleaning is usually not too bad. So hopefully that's not so bad. But yes, you can get the Valentine's Day voice pack. And it's exciting because you can get all of the, like, you can get Lamentus as a complete set. And if you do that, you not only get our individual wallpapers, but also the group wallpaper, which is super freaking cute, right? It's all of us, and you have Kay sitting in the back, posted up, very upset that Ashiki has asserted dominance. Although I assume probably the next holiday voice pack, I assume it'll be Shrinehound. I do think that the ships are pretty set in stone. I think this is like the one time you'll see Ashiki as like a main ship. Yeah. Yeah, Home Wrecker, I'm sorry. I begged my sis and mom for the VP, so I told them it's a Valentine's Day VP, and they were smirking at me, and I'm like, hello? Wait. Like, You were begging for it as like a gift? Right? Because I'm like, wait, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? You will see plenty of Ashiki in fanfiction and maladaptive daydreams. It's true. Ashiki is so entertaining, though. I love Ashiki. Two divas, you know, but I understand that Shrinehound is the way, because even I ship Shrinehound. You know, like, I get it, right? I don't mind being, like, there's 5 of us. Someone has to be the odd one out. It's fine, you know? Like, I don't mind being the odd one out. It's fine. It's cool. I could be shipped with, like, Zanny, you know? I don't believe in home wrecking. Polymentus all the way. Polymentus is the way. Ash is for us. What do the momies say? That's true. I am for the Yumes. This is true. Polymentus. Love Polymentus. Polymentus is the way. Listen, Polymentus is the way. Yeah. I think it just is like Polymentus is the way because it just makes life a little easier. But yeah. Headset died at Polymentus and my BF looked at me like, what are you watching? Polymentus. I can't believe we got a flower butt. You guys did get a flower butt. You guys got a little flower butt. Look at your little flower butt. Man, behold your flower butt. Look at your little flower butt. Right on, Reyna. I was just surprised because I was like, Reyna. You know Ashkariel is for the adults, right? So I was like, interesting. Reyna. Judgy eyes. This is an adult space, not for minors. Not shush. Not shush. Strange. Not meant to be here. Do we fart pollen? I would assume you would fart pollen. Yeah, not shush. This is an adult space. Are you the first one in Lamentus to have your mascot? Yeah, I believe so. I think I'm the first one to at least share it, at the very least. Access to streams only available on presentation of passport. Yeah. I believe so. I think so, yeah. We are the first. We are indeed the first. I believe we are the first, last I checked. Yes. I'm fairly certain anyway. We fart pollen. You guys do, in fact, fart pollen. This is true. Did you post it on Twitter? I did post it on Twitter. Yes, I did. I have already posted it onto Twitter. That is exciting. So I made that tweet. Very, very exciting. Very, 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 very exciting. And yeah, it's good. It's good. It means I'm allergic to Marimomis. Oh, nah. Oh, nah. Your Sugoi Marimomi life? Oh, my. Your Sugoi Marimomi life. Oh, hang on 1 second. Someone get the EpiPen. You have to be surrounded by Marimomis at all times. Pash, we will find a way. We will find a way. Aren't there flowers that don't trigger allergies? Perhaps that is the flowers of which Marimomi are, you know. I'll take one for the team and suffer through the allergies. Let's go. We're essentially good for the environment. Exactly. You guys know how much I care about the environment. It's important that Marimomis are good and environmentally friendly, you know. Anyway, we've been streaming for a lot longer than I thought we would be. So we should probably start to wrap up. Slowly start to wrap up. We can slowly start to wrap up. It's almost time. Almost time. You had wild story. I did have some wild stories today. That's crazy. We have Ashkariel this week too. We do. We got a lot going on this week. Hang on, let me... Okay, I pull up. Let me pull up. So we have... Oh yeah, there's no District V stream tonight. So there's no other stream tonight. This is today's stream. Because Carlisle's dead, so there's no District V stream today. And then we have Umigari tomorrow, Stardew Valley, Amenshi ASMR, which is really exciting. We have Platform 8 on Friday, and then Ashkariel on Saturday. And that's exciting. That's really exciting. So, yeah. I hope you guys are excited for that. I do want to just quickly reiterate, this is an adult space, by the way. Like, I do want to make that very, 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 very clear. I am a little uncomfortable now, so it's part of the reason why I'm like, I think I kind of want to go. This is a space for adults, and I'm a little kind of thrown off by that. I would like, no offense to y'all, but like, I would prefer if like any minors not be active in the chat, right? Like, I don't know. My content's not really for y'all, you know? It just feels a little inappropriate. It's not like I'm like constantly moaning in the mic anymore, but like, I don't know. It's just, no. I don't know. It just makes me uncomfortable. Yeah. It is in the rules specifically. Exactly. Yeah. So like, please, no, you know? So please don't do that. Yeah, like it makes me uncomfortable. Please don't. Like, again, like, you do you. I'd just really rather, I don't know. It just makes me uncomfortable. So please consider like not doing that. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, so please and thank you. Please and thank you. It is like legitimately a rule. So like, please and thank you. Right? There's also like a link as well. Request from FSP to underage viewers. Please check the link before viewing our content. So yeah. Yes, please and thank you. But with that said, I do appreciate y'all for being here, and again, looking at the Marimomis. Yeah, don't worry, Raina. It's hang on, let me, yeah. I will say this, like, Raina, maybe you didn't know, so it's understandable, but like, yeah, in future, my content not really for your demo, you know. But yes, the Marimomis. The Marimomis are here. They are adorable. They are cute, and I wish to give them lots of hugs. Look how sweet and cute. The flower butt. I don't know why, it just cracks me up every time. I need to bite one. They're so round. They're so fluffy. They're so fluffy. Look. Thank you, Asher, for those who draw us. Sorry, I forgot the name of the. Oh, so that would hang on. That would be Kozue. Blah, 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 I can't words right now. Hey Kozue-san. Hey Kozue-san. They did this amazing work for us. Look how fucking cute. We're so cute. Y'all are so damn cute. Love it. Love it. Love it. We're adorable. Very much so. Very, very, very adorable. Kya. Yeah. You gotta quote Ellie. Yeah. That will live in infamy. I've come for your toes, Ellie. Yeah. That is forever the what is our Mad Angel moment? Yeah. Yes. Anyway, thank you guys so much for being here, and I hope you guys enjoyed the little Marimomi reveal. I hope you guys had a fun time with it. It's so cute. I can't get over how fragging cute it is. I'm so happy. And now there's like official reference sheet that you guys can use when you see Marimomis in the wild, you know? Like if you want to draw a Marimomi, you now know exactly what a Marimomi looks like. And it's so friggin' cute. And I love it so much. And I hope you guys had fun hanging out with us today, checking out the Marimomis. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, go grab yourself a little slice of heaven. Raise a little hell while you do so. And I will catch you tomorrow. Bye!